Strike 2.
Strike 2.
Assisted with West.
2112. 161. 161. They're advised with 164. 361.
I'll put this.
Verify you're still working on the AWA. Copy 2112. Service squad is able to start towards a vehicle versus bicycle, Ryan 7th.
Put this in 1.
Here.
439, we can start
Is that
there.
you on 3?
Yep.
439, copy. Medics have been notified, and it looks like the bicyclist is laying on the ground. Her caller was a passerby.
Well, welcome back to Live on Patrol
360, copy.
at 9/11, and we're trying out new technology tonight.
Vehicle versus
We did test it this
bicycle,
afternoon for
Ryan
those of you that were with us.
Copy.
We're streaming both to Facebook and YouTube at the request of many people. Some people seem to think YouTube just is a better media for them.
Squads 175 and 179.
It's 9:14 in
405.
St. Paul.
Created to Yarmo Liquors, 2489 7th Street West. Welfare check on an elderly female with a blue walker. Appears disoriented, upset.
So we are right here in front of the state capitol.
439.
Just going to double check all our software to make sure it's working before we start. We got it all to work this afternoon.
The victim at 2114.
Of course, that's our
Hey,
beautiful
439, can you add 071?
Minnesota Capitol. We're on the Capitol Mall.
Tango Golf Juliet, the involved vehicle.
So, do you look like YouTube's working there, Pat? Or
Cover this at 2115.
Just about to check the YouTube part.
and if you don't mind, if you got a minute, take
161, created to 485 Snelling.
Carroll,
Agreement service Ditco for suspicious.
Carroll,
At pump number 2, there's a key appears to be in the credit card insert slot, unknown to what belongs to competition welfare check, correction, area check. Copy. 2115. Thank you, 2115.
So if you don't mind, if you could take a minute to share this with your friends, as long as it's early. Like I said, we're using a Restream app to stream it both to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. And we also, for those of you that weren't with us earlier or didn't read the post earlier, we have a new Facebook page, that an organizational page called Live on Patrol, that we're eventually going to migrate probably the live stream service over there. And even if you're a Facebook user, if you don't mind going to YouTube and
With 179, copy. Be advised, we have a nearby 911 hang-up near your.
And I'm putting the link
at 2481
to the YouTube
Unknown is in relation.
on the
Son is reporting a female
Facebook pages
calling
where
for
this
help.
is.
Apparently she's down the street. from
And
Aldi.
when you go to it, just subscribe. And you'll be able to watch it there at any time.
some people are saying that it's a little easier to watch that on smart TVs. I know on our TV at Comcast, you can just hold down the voice recognition and say YouTube Live on Patrol, and it will bring you to the YouTube page.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's a nice little simplicity. All the old videos are probably the easiest to get and watch if you want any old ones. Easiest to get on the new Live on Patrol, because we're not going to put a lot of other things there. So we're off and rolling, and hopefully all of our new technology will work well. We're always trying to make it a little better experience. Not 100% sure if one has better video optimization than the other. Hoping when the new iPhone comes out, we'll be able to even improve the stabilization here at some point. We're about to go west on University from Park. We got 4 radios going on main channels, 1, 2, and 3, and then the central channel that the sheriff's office works on.
Got a couple messages here that people are watching it on YouTube on their big screen TVs as we speak.
Well, I'm glad that's working. For those of you that were with us today and took a minute to compliment Pat on his mask and how handsome he was with his mask, I want to thank you. I did. Of course, I didn't tell him that while he was out of the car, we were getting everyone to comment. I want to thank you for your comments. Those of you that told him he had another home he could come and live in, that was good too. But he did, after reviewing the comments, and Pat is the best comment reviewer. After reviewing the comments, Pat went, "There's something suspicious." He's a trained investor. Something suspicious about that series of comments, and so he went back and watched the video, and he found me out, and so he called my wife and said, "Someday, sometime, he won't know when or where, I'm going to get him back."
she already told you that, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good wife.
Yeah. Someday I'm going to get him back. So, see, those are safe, practical jokes. Yeah. Westbound at Uni at Marion, Friday night, temperature 39 degrees. It's a little cold out here, but speaking of cold, on Wednesday we're going to start collecting cold weather gear for the homeless. Sorry we're not able to do it yet, but it's really a staffing issue of having staff available, considering everything else going on. But if you can hold on to your stuff till Wednesday, we'll have a place for you to bring it on Wednesday during the day, and we're going to try to get most of it delivered. We're going to try to deliver that cold weather gear as quickly as possible. Ideally, if it's washed, great. If not, just make sure it's clean. Preferably stuff you haven't worn for a week, so if there's any contaminant on there, that would be helpful, but be a lot of need out here. So thanks for being in the back seat. We, like I said earlier today, there was a viewer that texted in the last day that said she loves the comment part because she feels like she's part of a family. So thanks for being a part of our Live on Patrol family. In the bigger picture, I guess we're all part of the family here in St. Paul. Just trying to succeed and hope things don't deteriorate. So, and of course, keeping the community safe. Most of you, if you haven't seen it, I posted the sort of Chief Axtell's part of his presentation to the City Council about the increase in crime in St. Paul and the mayor's proposed decrease in staffing. So,
yeah, that was an eye-opening.
yeah, there's some serious. So we're talking, and let's understand that last year was already an increase over the year before. So the increases that he noted compared to last year, which are basically all crime is up 35%, with shots fired being up over 100%.
What a busy year.
Yeah, so obviously they can't afford to lose any more police officers. So we're westbound on University at Dale.
I believe this is a vacant address. If you could check the vacant list. Having tonight.
There are a fair number of pending calls, but nothing that we've chose to roll in on at this point. After working this afternoon, both of us went home, so we didn't get a rolling start. We just began when you joined us.
I took a little nap before I came in. I'm glad I got up a long time before we were going to start. I was more tired when I got up than when I went to sleep.
Well, that's what my son said. Dad, you wake up in an hour and you're going to feel more tired than you do now. I said, that's true, Bobber. But his name's Bobber, but I call him Bobber. I said, the thing is, at 1 o'clock, I'm going to feel better with that 1 hour nap than I would otherwise.
Exactly.
So we will see a slight reduction in some criminal activity as a result of cold weather. But that'll be probably offset by the serious economic situation that people are in. We've had this continuing rash of just blatant thefts, both in Walgreens and CVS, and it's gone over to Speedway and Holiday gas stations, where we just had one down on Ford Parkway, the Speedway there at Ford Parkway and Snelling.
Bravo 466.
Actually, in general,
Bravo 466.
crime increase down there in McAllister, Groveland, Grand Avenue, and Highland. You want to comment on that trend a little bit, Pat, at all? Or?
Yeah, there was yesterday in the afternoon, there was a female who attempted 2 robberies on Grand Avenue of first a Walgreens and then a CVS, armed with a police-type metal baton that she was threatening the staff with. So I guess they were actually attempted robberies. And then she did another one up in the Highland Park area, I believe, and ended up being caught on the Marshall Lake Street Bridge, where she was acting extremely irrationally and claimed to have swallowed a gram of heroin. So she was arrested but transported to the hospital for treatment for ingesting the heroin. And then last evening, a man kind of roughhoused and threatened the staff at the CVS on Ford Parkway and forced open the cash register and took cash and cigarettes and fled the scene on foot. They did set up a perimeter and did a canine track, but unfortunately he apparently got out before they got the perimeter set up. So there's been quite an uptick in crime in those neighborhoods: McAllister, Groveland, Highland Park, Grand Avenue, Crocus Hill.
And then we had a homicide, I think, since the last time we talked. We had a homicide over off of Sims and Forest.
Squad 187.
Hang on 1 second.
187.
With 107 to copy. Could you check the area for shots fired? Marshall and Milton. So far, one caller reporting 10 to 12 shots heard by possibly 2 different weapons. Time delay is 3 minutes.
Well, we'll run over there.
187 received.
Maybe that spot we stopped in and saw our friends.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And 107, do you copy as well?
We're not far from there.
107, I copy the shots fired.
Thank you, 2126.
Marshall and Milton, 10 shots, possibly different caliber. Classic case where shot spotter would be able to tell us, are these fireworks? Are they different fireworks? Are they different caliber? Is the sound moving so that we would know that they're in cars? Which way is the sound moving? Are they moving to the east, west, north, south? So we would be able to anticipate where they're going. where are we most likely to find the casing so we can recover evidence? Just a ton of reasons. This location would be right in the middle of the shot spotter target area. We're going south on Lexington. Remember, the streets here, there's a call that just came in about suspicious activity on Carroll, which is right near where Marshall and Milton is. So, what's that say? What's that suspicious activity?
That is, the comp was home alone, has been hearing noises as though someone was trying to get in the back door. Motion lights went on but didn't see anybody. 10-minute delay, which matches up fairly closely with the shots fired.
We're always trying to put pieces of the puzzle together.
So was what comes to mind immediately for me, and I'd imagine Bob, was there somebody trying to get away from somebody and they were being shot at and trying to find a place for safety?
Or it was somebody breaking into his house and the homeowner decided he was going to use deadly force.
All different kinds of scenarios go through your head.
In which case, it just shows you how things can deteriorate. Now, Lexington is 1100 West Marshall, and every 60 numbers are going down, so Oxford here will be 1040.
Possibly west of the intersection on the shots fired.
Chatsworth will be 980, and then the next street will be Milton. So we're coming up on Chatsworth now. Right here, it's a 980 West, and so Milton is 920, and then 900 Carroll is about a block away. So we're going to open our windows and see what we can hear. Get a car over there? Sitting or not? Just lights?
Just lights.
Head toward the white box.
162, copy. You took the suspicious at 900 Carroll Avenue at 2129.
So we're just going to grab this plate.
Bravo Tango Romeo 206.
Just in case for the future.
Bravo Tango Romeo 206.
I don't know. Didn't feel right. It's got a little defective equipment. But there's a smell of powder in the air here.
Yeah, there is.
I don't know if that's the car or just the area. It's more back behind us. The smell. A lot of times people get into shootouts, they might call for help, they might call for someone to pick them up. You know, they might be hiding in the neighborhood. That's why, even though the most likely scenario is they've left, quite often they haven't. Just gonna go down here to our little bar here run by Kenny and see if, because they close, I think, at 10.
No, that's right. They close early. Lenny Walker, always been a good guy. That comes back to over on the east side, that black Impala.
That could be. So no secret, we have a conflict between gangs that affiliate with the western part of town, and they call themselves West gangs or Selby Side gangs. And then we have gangs that affiliate with the east side, call themselves the East Side Boys, and a variety of other sub-factions. So usually when there's a shooting in a turf, on other turf, the car is usually coming.
And the last name on that owner is very familiar to us.
Yeah, we won't mention it to you guys.
No, we won't mention it, but we are familiar with it.
A lot of subdivisions in the gang
Bravo
world
534
nowadays.
EOT.
Bravo 534, half good night.
Yeah, different gangs that used to be friends and allied with each other are now feuding with each other.
527 and 525, both out of LAC.
But primarily we come here, first of all, look for any evidence, including a victim. Usually if there's 10 to 12 shots fired, we usually... Get your light, Pat?
Yeah.
Just to throw it on the 900 Carroll just to see as we go by here.
908.
Well, let the St. Paul car handle it, but...
Right there.
Well, we'll go around to the alley there. That's close enough to Marshall and Milton. Really 2 short blocks away. It's in the
They're
air.
very much within the realm of being connected.
And in right in the crosshairs of that powder smell. So.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously the chance the suspects are still here is slim unless there was some type of encounter at or near the 900 Carroll house. Turn our lights on just in case there's still a gunfight going on, huh?
Yeah. Suppose I had to take a peek,
I
make sure
think
nobody's
I think we-
laying in the grass.
Let's go knock on the front door first. As long as we're...
Courtesy ride for an adult male on 161 St. Anthony Avenue.
Alright, so 2 short blocks behind us, it reported 10 shots fired. Right here at 900 Carroll, we got a suspicious call. Person thought he heard something. Which one is it? The one with the door open, right?
The yellow one.
That one there?
Right there.
The St. Paul car is on the way, but we're just gonna run up there and see if we can talk to the owner before.
We'll be right back with
We'll
you.
be right back. You can listen to all the radios. I'm gonna leave this on scan if you want to bring yours.
Bravo 385 EOT. Bravo 385 Hensley. Bravo 385.
Squad 189.
Good.
1584 Parkway at the Speedway on a theft of food items. Suspect is GOA on foot as of 12 minutes ago. Was accompanied by 2 other males.
Sorry.
Thank you, 2136.
175.
175.
Can you please show me a route to 1085 Montreal Avenue for courtesy ride with adult female?
Copy to 1085 Montreal at 2137.
2400, we're out on Carroll.
2400 copy, 2137.
Squad 261, I'll take up pending.
161. Just advising we are unable to reach a key holder on your call. Copy. Thanks for checking. You're welcome. 2139.
Two 6-1, copy. In a dangerous condition.
83 copy, thanks. Test Century at 2139.
And Fox 9 dropped off. I will gladly help that afternoon squad.
Copy that. They just want him escorted off the premise.
Gladly.
2139.
130, clear squads assist.
2139.
3.
You can update 9171 with anything K9 related. She'll be doing the track inside.
8173 copy.
One 87.
187.
Can you recode this to fireworks assisted with 107?
Copy. 2142.
2142.
You do a wonderful job too. I always hear you on the air. You're very, very precise.
Let's just do a moment. Wait for those squads.
2142.
How have you been? Good. So how long have you been on? About 3 years. Your dad, he was in Homicide, so right? Yeah, so he's in the east side. He's got midnight and drove off.
Squad 539. 539. 352 Wakuda, apartment 313 for a disturbance. Report of loud music. It's an ongoing issue. Copy. 2143.
One, go ahead. Code 4, the building's clear. Copy. Code 4, Pagoda, building's clear. 2143.
7-3, you can cancel the K9.
him a call.
Copy 2144.
We'll let you clear the call, okay, Bill? Thank you.
John, are you able to copy too?
Okay, we're back.
Go ahead and,
Squad 162.
that's her. Hang on, we'll let her clear. That's the squad that was with us on the call.
Advisor 2400. 2145.
So the woman had heard what she thought was somebody trying to get in her back door,
She called about.
and simultaneously her motion light went on. And with the timing so close to the shots fired, a possible thought was that a victim of the shooting trying to escape the people shooting at him had gone there.
Copy.
So we checked the back and looked for, well, one thing we thought of was to look for blood in case the person had actually been shot. But there was no sign of that. There was no sign of any attempt at forced entry. And the woman just notably had called the non-emergency number. And I think it's important to say that if you hear somebody at your back door, call 911.
Yep.
Don't hesitate.
We re-emphasize that. Don't ever hesitate to call 911 in a situation like that.
Copy. Show calls in out. 7th and Maybear Avenue on assist medics for a man down wearing a town sweater and tan pants, laying on the bench. It doesn't look like transit was no.
Alright, what
You
channel
got that one on one?
That one's on one. What do you got?
Let's see here. I'll take 3.
Alright. Yeah, we both switch it to one. When we get out of the car, we both put our radios on the area that we're on
377.
in order to, if we have to transmit
The address on this is 2150 Wilson.
instantly. So we're eastbound on Selby.
Copy 2145.
How's it going back there in the back seat? How do you cram in there back there, huh?
Well, we're glad you're there. Right now, the St. Paul cars are going pretty much call to call.
162, copy. You took the dispute 313 Vale Street North, Unit 412. Squads were out earlier for a similar issue for a male banging on caller's door regarding money that was lent to the cop. Return to his apartment in Unit 310.
There's 6 calls and pending, ranging from disorderly conduct to harassment, just a variety of calls.
Make a ride through the min call here.
Copy 162, you can be clear.
How's it going?
Happy things.
How's that team doing this year?
2147.
That's all right. They're better than the Vikings, right? Or do they got no wins? Yeah. How's
How
it
you
going?
doing? Good.
I have a question. Why would someone come up here from California right now when it's this cold? Huh? What are you thinking, huh? Oh, the plate says California. Oh, you did? You rented it? All right. Well, have a good one. Just saying hi. What's the beauty of this job? Just you never know what you're gonna find out just talking to people. We kind of went over that this afternoon, but you know, there are different different thresholds of action. Detaining a person requires some reasonable suspicion. Arresting them requires some probable cause. Giving them a field sobriety test is another set of facts that need to be articulated as to why you're doing that. But just good old-fashioned talking to people where you're not compelling them to talk to you, you're just talking to them.
That's just a normal human interaction, is talking to people.
That's completely lawful and right for us just to have conversation. And 99% of the time, it's just good old-fashioned conversation. Sometimes some apprehension or furtive movements or whatever might lead to a different result.
2149.
Mostly we just know that it's a win-win. We can build community relations with the communication, or we might discover something through the communication.
Exactly.
So I don't know, we can't monitor the YouTube, but I assume it's going okay. If you take a minute to share your Facebook post with your friends so they know we're online. I know the news is coming up at 10 o'clock, and that's probably more interesting than us, but by 10:20 you'll be into the sports as to why the Vikings have been exposed to COVID. So we're northbound on Dale Street at Dayton. We do have I think the road is still blocked up here, but we'll sneak up here and see if we can get through. If not, we'll run down Concordia. There was a small protest downtown tonight, down at some headquarters of some media outlets. I think they were complaining about the coverage. Protesters were complaining about the coverage. Goes to show you it's not just the police that are getting protested. Looks like we can get through here, Patrick.
That's a good thing.
Kind of funny, I remember this because right there at the corner of Dale and Concordia, that's where I met Bill Finney the first time in my career when I was working in 1977.
Is that right?
I was working on the north side here. Of course, you remember the old teams. He was in the B5 area.
Yep.
In fact, wasn't down on Western, the Boys and Girls Club was one of their offices. Do you remember that?
The first one I encountered was the one at Selby and McCubbin, I want to say.
Could be.
It was a real small
you
office.
You came from another department. What year did you start?
79.
79, yeah. I think their first office was out of the Boys and Girls Club on Western there, just north of the freeway. I forget the official name of it. Obermeyer? Anyhow,
the Oberboys Club.
Oberboys Club, yeah. Oberboys Club. And so I was working with the north side of university, and he was working the south side. He was a sergeant, I think, at the time. He was in an unmarked car. So
order of plastic burning in the area unknown source.
Anyhow, I pulled up on a call. He was on in an unmarked Crown Vic, and first time I had met him, and obviously he's still a big guy, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah, but
big
he was
man.
Big guy, and impressive, man when you run into him on the street. 43 years later, we're working together at the sheriff's office. Of course, along the way, when he got promoted to lieutenant, I got promoted to sergeant. And then when he got promoted to captain, I got promoted to lieutenant. I was kind of always a step behind him. But then we worked together while I was the sheriff and he was the chief. really great to have him come back and help us at the sheriff's office. Tremendous amount of knowledge. I mean, the same type of historical knowledge that you have, you know, he has as well, and we all have sort of different niches.
Right.
But
something about that car.
All right. Eastbound in Aurora from Western. Oh, all those cars are turning down here.
It's got a loud muffler for one thing. And I did put the YouTube link at the beginning of this video. I guess you can't see that. If you go to the sheriff's Facebook page, the link should be the very first comment.
All right, so what do we got? 032 Hotel Whiskey Bravo. Obviously looking for a little shortcut. Sometimes people on those side streets usually are trying to avoid the police.
Quite often the case.
We got a little loud muffler, which technically would be enough, but we always like to have a little more. Well, there's a lane change without a signal. It's on now for the turn. We just like to make sure that, well, this person was trying to get on the freeway. That's why they jogged over there.
That makes sense.
Because Western, you can't get on the freeway from Western, and if you don't cut over there, you can't get on.
161.
Hey, if any of you viewers hear those street racers out there tonight, text us. Either send a message or text us at 651-448-3810. 651-448-3810. We really we're not able to monitor that while we're driving, but there's too many things going on.
The YouTube channel is called Live on Patrol. I'll attempt to put it in the comments on the Facebook here. So when you go to that YouTube link, you're going to want to subscribe to the channel.
So back to the homicide, Pat, to give us a little summary, because this hasn't even been reported in the news, although law enforcement is well aware of it, in terms of the homicide on Sims and then the suspect. I don't think did we cover all this?
Yeah,
About him? I think it's okay. Basically, the suspect on our Sims homicide was found dead. I know we mentioned it this afternoon. I just couldn't remember if we mentioned it here.
Yeah.
So we're reaching out to his circle of friends. He was found in Minneapolis. This was one of Minneapolis's last homicides. So
and the last Saturday we were not live, but we were out last Saturday night, and there was also a homicide on the west side on Stevens Avenue West, and that tragically ended up being two women involved in a fight with each other, and the cousin of one of the women tried to shoot the woman who was fighting with her cousin and wounded her and killed her own cousin. Very tragic event. That's according to the criminal complaint.
Yep. It looks like he's having a little hard time keeping his balance. You should go ahead and greet him.
How's it going tonight? All right. I like that outfit.
Thanks.
That looks warm.
It looks warm.
It does.
Are you an Orlando fan?
No, this is my cousin, man.
Hardaway's your cousin?
Yes, sir.
All right.
That's
That's
cool.
nice.
Thanks a lot.
Does he share the wealth? Not that good of a cousin, huh?
I mean, he share the wealth to who he want to share it with.
Yeah.
I'm not one to ask him for nothing.
That's
Good for
of
you. Good for
real,
you.
I'm not one. Honestly, that's what it is. If I ask him for it, he'll give it to me.
Yeah.
I mean, he's real talking first cousin to me.
Where's he from originally?
Memphis.
Memphis? Okay.
Yeah, original.
How about you? Where's your home?
Chicago.
Chicago?
All right. All right.
It's cold there too.
But look, let me tell you a secret.
Yep.
My auntie scored 100 points in a high school game.
Basketball?
My auntie. Yeah.
No kidding.
No kidding.
So it runs in your family?
It runs in my family, man.
Can you hoop yourself?
Well, you think I can't when I can? I'm gonna keep it honest with you, man. Look, real talk. I ain't got this last name for nothing, man.
All
Hey,
right.
what's that? Is that a watch on your hat there, or was that the latest style?
It's a watch.
Is it a good one?
Yeah, it's a good one.
I got-
Tell the
Bravo
real time
088,
and
have a good night,
everything.
2200.
That's pretty cool. I never seen that. You're gonna set a trend. People are looking for trend. Is that a
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's
Yeah.
my plan.
Yeah, your plan?
I try to be a
trendsetter?
trendsetter. I'm a 40-year-old man,
Yeah.
and that's just trying to bring back the past.
We're complimenting it. Is she with you or not?
Yeah, that's my lady.
We're
complimenting his outfit. We like that. We like that.
We love this outfit. And this is a man with that hat where it would be very true to walk up to him and say, you know what time it is.
Hey, you gotta know. Hey, I like your attitude. Hey, look, man, I'm finna.
Okay. Yep.
All right, Mr. Hardaway.
Good night, guys.
Hey, you
Thank
too.
you very much.
Take care.
Thank you.
3, 22911.
172.
172.
He always knows what time it
It
is.
is a compliment.
You know, it's funny. They have those companies that produce those products. They actually have people out in the community looking for those trends. The whole skateboard industry, the shoes, etc. They go out there and they look for what kids are trending toward. The people out in the field, and they'll spot a trend like that with a large watch and a hat, and they'll say, "Hey, that might take off. Let's try." They'll throw a few more out there in some groups, and just watch to see if it becomes something people want. That's all they have. These Nike and others, they have massive marketing organizations that figure out what's the next trend. The grunge style, the torn pants, all that stuff. There's no accident about how that takes off. They see it starting, they see people tearing their pants, and they go produce pants with tears in them.
That's something.
It's a true story.
I did not know that.
It's phenomenal. If there's a dollar to be made, the private sector will figure it out. So we're eastbound on Como, and coming up on Marion, drive by our favorite holiday gas station. There's a song where it says it's the center of the universe. This is it. Holiday Rice and Pen is the center.
All roads lead to the holiday at Rice and Penn.
And everybody in town has been here. And we've seen 50% of them.
Yeah. No kidding.
It's a little early right now, 10 o'clock. Take a little ride through. We got a St. Paul Police Squad here, keeping the peace.
Bravo 244 EOT.
Bravo 244, have a good night at 2203.
I know I got my leftover Mountain Dew from the back seat. I'm gonna have to find that. You know how a dog hears a bell and he wants to eat? Like me, it's like you drive into the holiday and I gotta have that Mountain Dew. I'll find it. It's on the back seat there somewhere. Oh, did you find it?
I found it.
Ah, you were way the best partner ever. Yeah, I had. We both had great partners.
Yeah, we did.
That's the thing. Finnegan, Beeson.
261 cross 4. 622.
Those were good times.
I had Mike Carter, Mike Drews, Joe Flaherty, Tom Arnold. Some really good partners.
And I forgot you worked with Drews. I know you worked with Mike Carter. Mike Carter is a classic, still is. We should get him on the phone someday. See what he's up to.
Really?
His son, of course, played for the Wild, and was it with the Ducks that they won, or Philly? They won
Started with the Ducks, I believe.
Yeah.
Ryan Carter.
Ryan Carter won the Stanley Cup. Played at White Bear Lake, Minnesota. But Mike Carter, I don't know, was he in your class or was
Yes,
he was in your
my
class?
class.
Mike Carter started with Pat, and we all worked out in the West Sector. And Carter and those guys, all you guys started working pretty hard on when the crack was really just kind of hitting the streets, right?
Definitely.
Jumping out and doing your best to try to curtail it. Then the gang started. The Gangster Disciples, as we mentioned before, started. Carlos Caprice was one of the leaders of the gang, and his brother Little Red, and it was cat and mouse game all the time, right?
Always.
You guys and Mike Carter, and Mike did an awesome job. And Tommy Bergeron and Husbeck, Hoskin. Just a great team effort. And then I don't know what year Ryan was born, but it was after that, right?
Yes.
After that, that was like in early 80s.
Early 80s, right.
Early 80s, Ryan was born, and then Mike was a great father in terms of always getting his kids into sports, and his son went on to win a Stanley Cup. That's an amazing story when you think about it, isn't it?
Yes.
That might be as good as you being the son of Ray Scott. So, and Ryan now does commentary. Well, the Wild aren't playing right now, but you can run into him down at Tom Reed's. He's down there. We see him on a regular basis down at Tom Reed's on West 7th Street. So, nice kid too, really nice. It's hard to believe, Stanley Cup winner.
Yeah, pretty cool.
A lot of kids out, and we told you earlier, we said it was payday today, but Pat and I get paid on every other Friday, so we got a little extra money. We were thinking of doing some pizzas tonight.
Yeah.
But
172.
most everybody's inside right now.
Copy 2 for the 310 in relation.
It's the car says it's 37 degrees Fahrenheit.
And it feels every bit of 37 degrees Fahrenheit.
Let's follow that one around. It was a little bit hefty on the speed there coming down Park, huh?
Yep.
Oh, just parking.
Mike Sierra Juliet 666.
Well, there's that number, the mark of the beast.
Yep.
Innocent enough. So, for those of you that just came on, I know there's a few hundred that did. We only have, on my page, we only have about 100 friend openings left. We're saving those for people that live in Ramsey County. So, if on your profile it says you live in
When able, can you call the ECC supervisor regarding a roll call update?
If you live in Ramsey County. But if you don't, you can follow this page or follow my page. Or we just set up a new page called Live on Patrol. Live on Patrol that we're transferring all the videos to. We should probably run that plate. That's just too obvious of a plate. Hang on a second here. It's a very nice. Uh-oh. Hello, how's it going? What's going on?
How you going?
Good.
I just tuned in.
You just tuned in?
Yeah.
Thank you. Everything going okay? I can't see. It's pretty dark. Who are you?
Jerome.
Drew? Jerome.
Remember I was in that silver Impala?
Oh yeah. Now you got the light on. I can. Yeah. You're right. Thank you.
Actually, probably gonna go down to the river. Actually.
Oh yeah. What's going on down there?
Catfish.
You gonna get some? You gonna fish or how you catch them?
There's my fishing.
All right, there you go, Jerome.
I got my bait.
And do they bite in this weather? Do they bite a lot or?
They love it at nighttime.
They do.
Well, I bite a fish alive, so I wait a little bit and I kill them. I cut them.
Yeah.
Because the catfish love blood.
Oh.
In there, they just attack.
Good for you. Good for you. Whereabouts on the river do you go? By Harriet or?
I think I saw you down there before too. Right behind the Children's Museum by the fitness.
Oh yeah.
By the, what's that, LA Fitness or Anytime Fitness?
Anytime Fitness.
Right there. Like, it's a little dot now.
Oh, well.
Incredible coffee.
Yeah. Well, great to see you. That car that says the boss on it over there, that big cat, is that over there? Is that belong to somebody around here or what?
Can I request a call data when you get a minute?
I'm pretty sure he lives right here.
Okay.
He did wash it.
Yeah, it looks nice.
286. I will call data for you.
Well, I'm glad, Jerome. That's very nice of you.
Jerome Carlisle.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. If you ever need anything, you let us know, Jerome.
What's safe, man? All right, Pat.
Have a good night, Jerome.
Thanks a lot. Good luck with your fishing.
All right.
Thank you. Well, that was nice to run into Jerome.
Yeah.
It was nice of him to greet us. Thank you, Jerome, if you're watching, for being so friendly. We appreciate that. Best of luck on your fishing. Yeah, that caddy does belong there. 53 Winnipeg. It's parked on the wrong side
162.
because he was washing it.
That makes sense.
He got-
162.
That was a nice shiny.
Unfounded
That was
was
beautiful.
161. 2211.
Yeah, if you get to know people, this job's a lot
Information
easier.
for West Squads to check their messages for an important update at 2211.
So there's some type of update that came out to the West cars. There's a Sheriff's Department camera there, keeping an eye on Winnipeg and Rice Street. Is that a new one, or? Yeah, I definitely get stuff slower than we don't.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Otis and Pelham.
The veterans are drag racing now.
Excuse me.
It's getting cold out. It's getting cold out.
161, copy and route to 911.
Yeah.
In the area,
You say that 'cause it's
South Street. 911, only number possible.
Yeah, I know. Minnesota.
Can you assist?
How's it going? Yeah.
Copy 2213.
Sad part is, I was thinking about this, Pat. When we were working, we wouldn't hesitate in those days to walk in there and talk. I mean, obviously, COVID is a different
162,
time.
copy.
Right.
Drag racing complaint in the area of Otis and Pelham at 2213.
We wouldn't hesitate to walk in there,
Not at all.
socialize. I mean, people would know us, so there's that factor there. And most would like us.
Absolutely.
And so if somebody got in our face or something, they'd stand them down, right?
676 key also send me that.
We never had to worry because we always had enough connections in there. But
676, copy.
it's not quite the same today, right? There's still some cops that have that accessibility, but well, for one thing, there's a lot of people that come and go from our state that aren't necessarily longtime friends, you know,
Correct.
come from other cities, and they may. There's more guns now than there ever was when we were on the street.
Mm-hmm.
But even when there were guns, we felt that they had no reason to use them on us in the 80s. So
When I worked, I invariably socialized in the same neighborhoods I worked in.
yeah,
When I worked Rice Street, I'd go to Bourne's, I'd go to E.K. Lamont's,
yeah.
what was that, Dutch Del Monte's, I think it was
Yeah.
at one time. Go to Ron's Bar.
Oh my goodness! Now you really set the stage. Ron's Bar. I tell you what, there was a place.
Oh, yeah.
If you were really down on your luck, that was the place to go drink. Ron's Bar. You got something?
That's,
Magnolia Park, Minnesota plane.
oh, no, I read that wrong. 2 people checking vehicles in the back parking lot.
East side.
Yes.
Well, I suppose we could roam that way, huh?
We could stay this way.
I was tempted to see if those drag racers out in Otis and Bellum. That's not a place you would normally hang for very long. You head up to the University Avenue area
Right.
and out Energy Park Drive. Well, it might be a little early for that activity anyhow.
Yeah, and then when I worked the Western District, I'd socialize at Willard's, at the Badger, at Hergis, that became Johnny Babies.
Flores is seen on speaking with a deputy, states that they're locked out of their apartment. Was advised on lots of
Yeah,
events
that's
in the area.
part of the reason you're so well known.
The deputy.
I'm gonna stop and say hi to these 3
Towards
kids.
164 and 179.
What's up, man?
See what we got.
164.
Yeah, twin alarm, 2550
Car advising on a male
Wabash
party
Avenue.
who is
At
lives
Johnson
in the
Supply,
building standing in
covering
the road
north
jumping in
motion.
front of vehicles. Caller believes that he has a large metal object, possibly a sword. A native male, 35'8", and built wearing jean shorts and dark colored hoodie and black bandana.
175.
175.
One.
Cancel 179.
All right.
Copy 179, you're clear.
Okay. Let me just check on these kids.
That's right, pretty close.
What do we got here?
Copy, putting you back on at 175, you can remain clear.
We're just checking on you, make sure you're okay. You can sleep in the parking lot anytime you want to. I saw you laying there. Everything's good? You're just looking for a place to hang out? It's getting cold out, huh? Yeah, don't worry about us. We're just checking on you. Have a good one.
420, where you calling?
Couple kids out in the parking lot. One of them was laying in the parking lot.
We got a 911 hang up over where we just were.
Yeah, she just mentioned that. I'm gonna run over there.
161.
See if we can. I'm gonna put this one on 2. See if we catch it getting dispatched.
Okay.
51
Street.
I'll move
Marked
this
as a
to.
shots fired, but it's a report of a loud
Are you on 3 or are you on?
Front parking lot.
No,
3. All right.
23.
Jumping 2218.
That's one to be. We need to be careful on, I think.
261, quarter 4.
It's-
At 23.
Yeah, we'll be in the area when it gets dispatched. Hopefully. Oh, either that or we send you in first. So we're eastbound on front at Western. We're headed back to Rice Street. There's a call off Rice Street that 911 hang up with some additional information.
you all the details on it when we clear from the call.
Squad 516 on 3.
516.
516, can you start towards that East 7th Street call?
Copy. We're off from Central.
Copy.
280 will be out at HQ on this. 2319. 330.
A couple of far away
442 on 3.
viewers who have joined us, I've noticed, are Anchorage, Alaska, and Northern Ireland.
Yeah, the Alaska people, actually one of our
2361, 2363.
one of our police officers from St. Paul, Tom Radke, went up there to work as a chief, not in Anchorage, but in one of the small town on that coastal island. I forget which town he is.
66. Party in the backyard.
Hi, give me a route back 516.
Turn this one.
Could you see there's no There's one that can break. 904 Wright Street, Unit 213. 50 medics for a possible overdose. Callers are cooperative.
Hello.
Copy 306.
306.
All right. Well, maybe.
Requesting less lethal to start towards that 7th Street as well.
All right.
Unit Central Squad to break for the overdose.
All right. We're here.
461, which players will be around. This is authorized. 22. 300 off.
All right, we got an overdose here at 904
Copy.
Wright Street. We got Narcan with us. We are going to go inside here.
What was the apartment number?
We'll get it when we get out.
Squad 261. 261. Traffic cleared on the cab. I'll head to the AMA. Copy. 330. Center. 2400 route on Rice. What's the apartment number? Unit 213. We're at the door, but no entry at this point. Repeat. Okay.
2222.
Mm, 364.
364.
Be clear, advise. We'll head to 7th Street.
Copy.
.389, you can clear this with 376 and transit. And send me that call.
Copy 2222.
636.
636.
Could you see if we have any history in that apartment, please? And is there a coast officer working?
Negative for Coast, and it does look like we have a couple of calls. We have a PIC call from the 10th of this month for a male party that was doing similar items that he is today, swinging around a stick, hiding in bushes and scaring people, and the other one was a DOC for the same male that was running through the building, hitting walls and screaming.
Copy. If you got the TC, maybe locate a phone number for this gentleman and message to us, please.
Copy.
Six two five 10
2223.
2614 from that.
Copy. Very good. 516.
516.
Can we see if our cops have eyes on this party? And if so, can we confirm if what he actually has on his hand?
Copy. One 162.
GOA with 676.
2225. Building, possibly knows.
Yeah, if you could send that message to me, please, in case we need to get access to the building.
2225.
$39.23, $39.21.
2-3. 2-1.
DOC at 2375 7th Street North, apartment 211. Caller's neighbor has been verbally threatening the comp. Nothing physical. Name of Lynn. White female, 60 to 70 years old. 5'4", average build. No clothing description.
2-3, copy. 2-1, copy.
2226. Let's go again.
All right, well, we did get in the building. We were able to get to him. Got up there with the St. Paul Fire Department, and he appeared to be an overdose. Could have been something else, but he did take something, and we did administer Narcan. Actually, we gave the... Hey, Tony! Hey, buddy!
21 on scene.
Copy 3921 and 2227.
I want to get out of the way of this medic rig. Go around this way.
516. Do you know if 312 is working today?
So, anyhow, he was breathing, not conscious, but coming around.
516, affirmative.
Could you see if 312 can give us...
I wonder if that 911 hang-up ever got dealt with.
Well, that's right next door to that, isn't it? Well, what, oh, that was on
361, we're making contact.
Manitoba.
361, copy, you're making contact at
the building
2229.
right there. So what I don't know if that was a cell phone, but I mean it's 140 is the corner. So I'm guessing that was the same building.
378, report for guns hand.
So the Narcan was indeed effective.
378, copy, going to be code 4, male parties detained at 2229.
Put our leftover one up here if you don't mind.
I did. That's it.
That's it? Okay.
422, send me west.
Copy.
9174, you can show me available.
That other call is still pending.
Copy at 2229.
The 1054?
That one right there on my phone.
Yeah, I mean, it's they're going. That's the same door they're going in, I think. But we can go. You want to go back there and just check it?
I'm thinking, yeah.
As long as we're in that area.
Yeah.
All right.
Just to be safe.
Just to go back.
Copy.
So it's a good example of a call that let's see, what do I do to turn this body camera off again?
Oh, yeah, it was
636.
29.5 meter hit, so that could very well have been.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're exactly right.
Rather than a hard line. Nobody has hard lines anymore.
636.
And so it was just
636.
a 911 call was probably her saying, oh my God.
Exactly.
This be advised.
636, I copy. It's not on scene on 7th Street. You can cancel.
2231.
What's going on the east side over there?
Well, now that I've got my breath back from going up those stairs, I can listen.
You know, the funny part is, I mean, it wasn't many steps, I guess, but because you're thinking about what's going on,
right?
You're not breathing normally.
651 424.
You're not like relaxed out for a little jog. You got 5 ideas in your head right now as to how you're getting in. What if you don't get in? Are you going to hold the door for the next fire rig? Because they always send 2 fire rigs, which thankfully you did. I appreciate that when you came up. Those guys in.
9172. Check the area around Aspen, Court, and Glen.
Anyhow, I gotta say,
familiar black
it's
been in the area
really amazing the quality of the St. Paul Fire Department.
They're amazing.
I gotta say, you're watching those. I don't know, what was it, 6, maybe ultimately 8, 2 groups of 3 or 4 in there, those medics, and you know you're in good hands when they're there.
Definitely.
I mean, really, this is, a lot of cities have volunteer fire departments. Not in St. Paul. You have a full-time professional fire department and paramedic unit, and you might as well be in the emergency room at Regions because there's that quality of first responder care.
Absolutely.
It's just amazing. And there was just sitting back watching them work. And the confidence and the teamwork, that's the thing about this, is a lot of that's teamwork. So gotta say, I always say, it's no reflection on any other city or department. It's just a lot of places can't afford full-time firefighters.
Right.
But I always tell people, if I ever get shot in the corner of Rice and Larpenteur, drag me to the south side. Just because you got 450 full-time firefighters versus a lot of these suburbs are only be able to afford maybe 10 or 12 duty crews.
Right.
And the rest are volunteer. And to have a full-time paramedic squad there within 2 minutes, it's an amazing care. And let's just say, St. Paul pays a big price for that. It's There's no question about it. It's more expensive to have that level of professionalism and staffing. But when it comes to your life safety, it's probably one of those things like police and fire.
Worth every penny.
That's worth every penny. So, thank you, St. Paul Fire Department.
Yeah, back in the late 80s, early 90s, right off of Charles and Dale, was at a call where a guy had assaulted his mother. And he ended up throwing me down a flight of stairs. And I woke up. The next thing I remember is waking up looking into a paramedic's face in the back of a rig on the way to Regions Hospital. And that was, I knew I was in the best hands possible.
I just gotta ask, it's a great story. I've heard it once before, but was she good looking? The paramedic. When you were looking into her face.
He was a very handsome man.
Okay. I think you gotta change the story. Just tweak that story a little bit.
Area check is a dangerous condition, 35W at E2. The left lane going eastbound states at a white BMW, Minnesota plate 225. Alpha X-ray Mike hit a cement barrier.
Ooh.
And then exited onto E2.
Looking in the area.
Well, we'll head over to the east side, see what's happening over here.
I'll switch this to 3.
Yeah, great.
And I'll put mine on 1.
Perfect.
Copy, you took the noise complaint at 429 Fry Street, Unit 2 at 2236.
There's a classic example, though. If you look at this sequence of calls, that
532 and 539.
I'll just wait for this call.
26 exchange at the St. Paul Hotel in room 209 for a disorderly, I guess was belligerent and yelling at staff. She went back up to her room. Name is Keyshawn Williams, black female in her
Anyhow, classic example
wearing a red, white,
of where a 911 hang-up call comes in. And we had received that call first at 135 Manitoba.
39 copy.
We weren't going to give you the address originally, and all that the person could hear and the telecommunicator heard was, "Oh my God," and then the phone dropped or disconnected. And so we headed over in that way, not sure what it was. We were planning to go to 135 Manitoba. We were right there at Rice, Manitoba, about to turn on Manitoba, go there, and this other call comes out at 904 Rice for the possible overdose. Heart attack overdose.
I'll take the stuff. I'll take it over the phone.
So,
9173.
but it's a classic example of you never know what's on the other end of that 911 hang-up, you know?
Right.
As it turned out, it was a cell phone, and the actual address was 135, but it was within 29 meters, as Pat was saying. So it likely was the same building, because that building is right on the corner there at Manitoba and Rice Street.
Right.
So, I mean, it's always, when you're out here, putting the puzzle together. And don't assume there isn't a puzzle. That's the other thing.
For sure.
The good cops assume that, okay, what if there is a puzzle?
That is the one downside to cell phones, is that when you call 911, your address doesn't come up. Although I have been told you are able to go through your cell phone company, and they have a setting they can do on your phone to where your home address will come up when you call 911.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad idea, especially for people like me who are getting older, and you might have a medical emergency. It's good that you'd be able to just dial 911 and they know where you are.
Yeah. Without having to talk.
Right.
Yeah. We're southbound on Arcade coming up on Magnolia. gotta start grabbing a mask when I go into those types of
Hey,
situations.
copy here in 1035 Wilson Avenue. Caller advising that their vehicle was shot at Euclid and Forest at 2259.
Oh, Euclid and Forest. There was a shooting over there earlier.
Right.
225.
You think we'd get a little more information?
See traffic.
Yeah.
135 minutes.
162, go ahead. Highland and Ford 004, Romeo Yankee Kilo.
I did go to 3, didn't I?
Copy Highland and Ford at
I think so.
2240.
Yep.
Vehicle in the back parking lot should be in a pickup truck. Generally, it's
Which is that one on 2?
Yeah, that's
Weird, huh? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's where it came out on, right?
No, it came out on here.
Oh, it did.
Yep. Sheriff Hutch says hi.
Sheriff Hutch. We gotta call him up. Gotta call up Sheriff Hutch. Call Sheriff. Oh, no, that's not what it is. Call Dave. I'll get my phone right. This is kind of complicated. Call Dave Hirsch. That's what
Calling
happens
Dave Hirsch.
when you mistype a number. You have to.
162.
Our phone numbers are the same for that AMA. Are they by chance going to be related?
Hello, this is Dave. Feel free to leave me voicemail.
Advising I didn't see Highland and Ford intersecting. I put you at Snelling and Ford.
Sheriff Hutch.
Yeah, that's what I
Feel
meant.
free to.
Copy.
Feel free to give us a ring there, Sheriff Hutch. Where are we headed to?
It was Forest and Euclid, but it's not in the CAD. Weird.
Well, I think there was an earlier call on
What?
down
225,
on
that's the
Euclid, and
I called at 226.
there was an earlier call where shots fired down on Euclid. Maybe this is just in the CAD as a secondary. Maybe it was already cleared.
Yeah, that might have just been information they were putting out.
If Chloe can look that up to see if there was an earlier. I remember there was an earlier call on Euclid. Gotta scroll back through. What'd she just say? No. Pat gets all the messages. Here we go. Sheriff Dave Hutchinson, give us a ring, buddy. We'd like to hear what's going on over there in Hennepin County. Now it's in there. Chloe, if the notes say where the shot was, I know they're I know that where the car is at is different than where the car was shot at. So if you can send us both of those, that would be great.
Okay, it was just an attachment to the call from earlier. White sedan is a suspect vehicle. 630 Romeo Whiskey Juliet.
Shot fired at 935 Wilson earlier, which is not too far from Forest and Euclid. That was... Well, we'll just tool around the area, see if we see any casings. It's all about evidence. It's amazing how we can tie guns together from a little... You know, who was involved in what shootings. It's about tying the dots together.
Right.
Good.
Could 911 hang up within 19 meters of 827 Aurora Avenue. Lots of yelling, possible physical struggle.
White Impala 08.
827 Aurora.
Received.
Thank you, 2244.
So we're southbound on Forest.
720 Road Decoy West, Perkins 202.
Oh, I got this on scan. That's what's confusing us here. Because when we get out of the car, I turn it on scan so they can listen to other calls. I'll pull over here and let this gentleman drive by us.
316. 316. 316.
Bob and I both think there's a white
something.
something.
The neighbor's boyfriends for underworld. They were
There's a
outside.
white something that just turned. I'm not sure what kind of car it
Nothing
is.
headed northbound on Maryland.
That's not the plate.
Copy. 2245.
Bob and I both come from the school where you patrol slowly. So you can see things, you can hear things.
Yeah, probably some of our best work has been when the people are away from the scene and leaving.
Right.
Or you really can't see much when you're driving too fast. What kind of car is that now? Can you tell me that?
That is a Lincoln, I think.
Squad 261.
I don't know. I can't tell you.
261. There's missing comments. Squad 283, 420, 2400. 24. Okay, see we're there.
Copy 2246.
And I misspoke earlier, didn't I, about where we were, because we were on Earl all the time instead of Forest.
62502.
Which is okay, because we get to drive by our favorite stopping spot. Which, if there was a shots fired, the odds are good that somebody was here earlier. I'll know that we've caught on when we're on the big screen at the Mounds Park Sports Bar. How's everybody tonight? Just do it, huh? Just do it. Everything good?
Squad 213.
We're just... Yeah, well, I know we weren't trying to hide it.
260 Osceola for welfare.
No, we're not. We want...
outside unit.
We're not a...
In the hallway.
We're not...
In the last 45 minutes. His name is James.
Don't use that N-word though, Rami. What's going on?
Honestly.
Stay back a little bit back,
I'm
okay?
sorry.
Yeah, what do you got? Everything good?
Yeah.
I just mean because of COVID. We don't.
No,
want
I mean, I just wanted to talk to you guys.
Yeah, we're all ears.
Because we're on the same team.
Good. I appreciate that.
You know what? I love you guys, and I appreciate everything that you do for us.
That's Bob. Yep.
Not everybody does.
Bob and Pat. Yep. That's it. You're on it. You want to be famous?
Funny people over
Go. We don't try to catch you. We're trying. Just jump in front of the camera here so we can get a good look at you. That's a nice sweatshirt you got on there. I know. Thank you. Just keep a little bit distance there for the COVID.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. You got your mask on. Yeah, no, thank you.
I just talking to these guys because I wanted to ask them some questions.
Yeah, ask away.
I'm the owner.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Pleasure. What's your first name?
Bill.
Bill. Well, we try to keep an eye on your spot.
I'm glad you're here.
We want to keep the tension down.
It's been zero problems.
Good. Well, no, we try to help out. You know, it doesn't hurt for them to see us. No, it's.
I appreciate it.
What is nice though
Come on,
is
Frank.
that we. I just want to talk about
Well, what's your question?
Actually,
Just one. You got let them have one good question anyhow.
so
Squad 271.
the sheriff or the person that's selected from your community over there, that's the top sheriff person.
Yep.
They're not voted in.
2249.
They are. The top sheriff is elected.
It's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so those people are going to demand you to do unconstitutional, uncolor of law, not right
Which
for
people?
our community.
You mean those county board members?
I'm talking about us.
Okay. How is that? Explain to me that
Those
one.
people that are elected
Yep.
not selected
Okay.
are going to give you your duties to do something that's working under color of law, which is unconstitutional.
Well, here's the good news.
You took an oath
Yep.
to make sure that we are all abiding by the Constitution deal.
Aren't I doing that?
I hope so.
Well, there we go. I think I am.
Exactly.
God bless. Found it. Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you. See you later.
See you guys.
Thank you very much.
The neighbor's door left in a white order sedan, Carroll on Maryland. No suspect.
I love America.
God bless America.
We got. It's such an unbelievably diverse country, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. That's what makes us really stronger as a country. Is if we could just figure out a way to work together.
Yep.
Our differences can be our strength, right?
Indeed.
You gotta love it. Nice to meet the owner there.
Yeah.
Good to have him out there. There's a little stop there by the Mounts Parks. Give him a little salutary salute. These people here at the saloon are always pleasant to us, huh?
Yeah. How y'all doing? Not too bad. Chilly out here. In about 20 more degrees lower, it's going to be step outside, have 2 puffs, run back in.
Have a good one.
Have a good night.
What's going on in the saloon? Anything?
No, they're closed.
They're closed?
Fuck.
115 reached voicemail on call
Saloon
back.
is closed. Now we'll go back to the well, we should run up there, huh? Yeah. Just dispatch 1351 Prosperity. Someone kicked in the door. Well, just take Earl Street all the way up, you think?
Sure. That sounds
I
like
really
a
wanted to
plan.
get by Forest to see a car that was shot, but somebody that's had their door kicked in. Does it say it was kicked in by a neighbor or just kicked in?
Oh, wait a minute. We got something else here. Yeah, we should head to 7th and Bates.
Sort 60 appears to be a physical pain.
On Bates
Let's
towards
just
6th.
Keep that confidential till it's dispatched. Gonna get by Forest and Euclid after all. Not long enough to see it. Let's go this way. Dark out here.
Yeah, it is.
A little lights on this street. This one or the next one? We'll find out. What do we got here? This is
Bates.
Yep. Jeez. Actually remembered. Sort of. Chloe, has that been dispatched yet to 7th and Bates? 15-second delay.
312.
Oh, it's this blue.
This is going to be their call right here, right now. That'll be it.
Somebody in the middle of the street right there.
7th and Bates, caller advising that there's a female that is walking down Bates towards 6th. Female is yelling at people that are not there. Described as a black female. Her pants are down. Appears to be in pain.
Well, if
312 copies.
pop that out of there for a minute. We're just not going to just put it flat.
327, I'll be logging in shortly.
If you can hold it down.
Having 2254.
Well, I don't see her. Just want to don't embarrass somebody.
271 on traffic.
271.
We'll have the camera back up for you in a minute.
Minnesota, Charlie Papa Echo
Privacy concerns on
803.
this.
If somebody's got they're a victim
600 Lilydale at 2254.
suffering from mental illness, exposed them. We can't flip this one like we could the other one, I don't think. Maybe we can. Maybe we just don't know how to do it. So it started as 7th in Bates, and then it more recently was 6th in Bates, right?
Right.
$516.
516.
Change PSC, cleared res with the
Well, I think I can safely grab it off the mount if we come across it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, put it back up there. And there might be there must be a camera flip on there somewhere too. Like I said, it's new. It's a new application, so we're not sure. But
If we come across this person in distress, we'll have to take the camera down again.
I'm gonna bet she went down the hill.
You'd think.
Yeah.
329.
329.
1025 Hudson Road, number 3, on a noise complaint.
Copy on 99.
Copy 320 back.
Yeah, that may be.
She's got pants on now.
Yeah, track suit, they said.
Are you okay, ma'am?
Is that purple?
Her hand's in her pocket there, be
Yeah.
careful.
Hi. Everything okay? We, the nearest what? The train? You're gonna want to hit, let's see here, up to 3rd and straight down 3rd?
Yeah, what kind of train we talking? Like a light
You
rail?
talking the light rail?
123, copy. I took the suspicious 1189 Summit
Yeah, I'd
Avenue
go up
for
there
a
to that
black vehicle
stoplight.
parked
That's
in
3rd
Florida
Street, right, Pat? Or is it 3rd?
Yeah.
And then take a right. Take a right and walk across the bridge.
112 en route.
She didn't strike me as being in stress. How about you?
Yeah, we shall play Delta Protocol.
Not like in any kind of dangerous stress, but
No,
Copy 2357.
felt there was some kind of issue going on.
but, well,
321.
But she's lucid.
Copy. Backing 329 on 1025 Hudson.
what's going on in 1025 Hudson?
Copy.
That's right where we were.
357.
Of course, it's right where we were. Got shots fired on Hancock.
2400 to the east car. Party matching that description on Bates and 7th is walking eastbound on Mariah at 5th, but she has her pants on. We engaged her a little bit, but you might want to check further.
12 copies. I'll be there in a block.
Copy 315.
23.
283.
Can you send me 271's call until they're put forward?
Copy.
What am I looking at?
Oh,
Is that-
I was
yeah.
just referring to that.
There's the street racers.
Mm-hmm.
They're back.
361.
361.
361 and 300 to copy. 1167 Hancock Street. The one caller for 3 to 4 shots heard coming west of the address. Also heard a vehicle used northbound on Hancock. No vehicle description and a 5-minute time delay.
Must have found her up here. I see a spotlight.
22 in.
315, we'll take this shot. Cancel this one.
Maybe one of our cars.
Code 4.
271, I come here, code 4. 361 shake there.
Copy, Penny. They say.
Well, she wasn't in any danger.
No,
She was just,
definitely not.
but it was a blue running suit, right? That was.
Yep, that was.
385 case number is going to be 222759.
Receive, thank you.
2300.
Just run through downtown real quick.
Sure.
I guess you walk right there to get across the. Doesn't look like she actually made her way to the 3rd Street Bridge. It just doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
There's somebody walking across the bridge.
Able to have the PC call the comms staff.
I'm sorry, go again. 231.
Check on our friends at Al's.
312.
Yeah.
312.
Let's call their other county car and see what's going on.
2400.
231.
369 traffic.
369.
Minnehaha, Earl. 314, Papa Zulu, Lima.
Haha, Neural at 2302.
Just check your messages. By the time we got there,
right?
223. Copy. Tom Reed says 23.
Run by Reed's first, huh?
Yeah.
Something going on there.
You do a call back and have the company call back by the garage.
Copy.
Roll your window down.
304 case number 23 22778.
Thank you.
303.
Must be out on a Friday night.
Let you down there, that guy.
Yeah, that's the first time.
Yeah. Oh. What kind of car is that?
That's a Bentley.
Is that a Bentley?
That is a Bentley.
Without a plate?
I
I don't see a yellow sticker on that thing either.
No, me either.
I'm trying to make a left turn here. Right to 002 485 274. What kind of plate is that?
some kind of transit or
002-485-274.
Oh, they do have a
220 calls on the way.
Some type of temporary tab.
and I think they do have a yellow.
Oh, do they?
I think so.
2304.
I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure. Maybe when they make the turn, it'll be more clear.
Those Teslas, my son was telling me, he's a car expert, you know. He says, I mean, obviously, I can't afford a Tesla. I don't know if you can. Maybe you can. Those Teslas have unbelievable acceleration.
Some friends of mine rented one as a limo to take me out one night.
Yeah.
And it was one of the few cars where I've actually been pushed back in my seat with the acceleration.
I think it'll do 200. The Teslas. I mean, the Chargers will probably do, what, 150?
Right.
155, but the Teslas. How's it going?
How's it going?
Nice car.
Oh, thank you.
You just get it or what?
Yeah, I just got it about 4 days ago.
Where? Yeah.
Yeah, I got it in Chicago. It's 2018. 19 out of 100.
19 out of 100?
Yeah, this is number 19.
Unbelievable. Beautiful car. Don't smash it up. See ya.
Can you ask them to light this Alpha Mike Lima?
Yeah, those are pretty sweet cars.
Yeah. It's 19 out of 100. I think that has to do with the way it's configured. You know?
Right.
The extras. It's got a plaque. He showed me a plaque. He's got a plaque that certifies it's one of those special Bentleys.
Copy. Did you want 6th Street or Wakuda?
Let me read the Wakuda one real quick. I'll take the 6th Street one. Okay.
Beautiful night.
Crystal clear out.
Everybody has been out there looking at Mars. Pat mentioned that Mars is closer now than it ever will be in our lifetimes.
Yes.
Got to get out there and check it out. I don't know how clear the sky is right now, but
Saw it a little earlier tonight.
our son has been out there checking it out periodically. It's great when the moon is out and you can see Mars at the same time.
All right. I've got this app on my phone. I think it's called Sky Tracker, where you put it on a particular object you see in the sky, and it tells you what it is.
Yeah.
And it tells you where all the constellations are in relation to it. It's pretty cool.
It's cool. Really cool. Really cool. I like that kind of stuff. In the old days, we had the big maps we had to take out of a book and hold up. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
At some point, I wanted to be an astronomer. I don't know if I mentioned that to you. I'm always fascinated by the stars. My 6th grade teacher at Webster Elementary helped me buy a telescope. He worked part-time at Sears. So, Mr. Fernholz, one of the greatest teachers ever. Mr. Fernholz at Webster Elementary in North St. Paul, Maplewood North St. Paul schools. And he helped me buy a telescope. Got a discount with his discount at Sears. And so I was really into... I studied astronomy left and right, and my goal was to be an astronaut. In 6th grade, I wanted to be an astronaut.
Oh, we all did it.
Yeah, so then in 9th grade, I still wanted to be an astronaut, and I had to do a school study report on 3 different careers, career studies. And being an astronaut was one of them. Unfortunately, in 1969, being an astronaut, because of the small capsules, you could not be 6 feet tall.
Oh, bummer.
So I think today it's changed, but back then you couldn't be 6 feet. It was like 5'10" was the limit, or because they had to fit you in a capsule. Of course, with the shuttle system, etc., all that's changed. But that, you know, a young kid, a 9th grader, gets, as I did my career study, I found out they had height limitations.
Well, NASA's loss
There you
was
have
the
it.
St. Paul Police Department and Ramsey County Sheriff's Office game.
The irony of that is at the same time the police department had height regulations too. Back in '69, you had to be at least 5'10". That's a true story.
Yep.
And so, of course, those regulations are gone, but. But if there's anybody that knows Mr. Fernholz or friends or relatives that are listening, please pass on to him my thank you for being an outstanding teacher. In fact, just a little story about Mr. Fernholz. He was a deer hunter.
Okay.
And so he would go out and hunt deer, and then he would bring the deer parts in for us to study.
Really?
True story. And for, you know, in 6th grade, you don't have your own biology class. You just have, you know, just a 6th grade teacher. We had him for everything. And so he brought the deer head in one day and said, okay, guys, let's dissect this deer head. You know, you're 6th graders, you know, can you imagine? You got scalpels and you're dissecting a deer head. This is back when you really had to discover stuff. So, bottom line is, turning the radio, we got some information coming in. The bottom line is, one day he hit me with a scalpel dissecting the deer. See that scar right there?
Yeah.
Well, the scalpel slipped.
Whoops.
Whoops. We gotta go down to the nurse's office to get some stitches for the dissecting the deer head. So.
I've got my radio on 1.
On regular one or LTEC one?
Regular one.
Okay.
115 East in the status assist on Randolph. Cancel 123.
There's just a lot of things, Lou. You never know what the...
115 copy. 123, you can be clear.
Heck.
Copy, thanks, 115.
Gotta get to the end of these messages.
2312.
329, your copy, coming up. Thank you.
2312.
All right, LTEC 1. Something going on there.
225.
It's a Facebook
We're
comment.
assuming your shots fired. I'm pretty close.
Shots fired in Norton and Maryland.
225 copy, squatted back. 225. Copy.
Well, so far everybody's inside down on West 7th Street, huh? A lot of cars, a lot of people, Pat, but not too much
No.
activity. Governs has got a pretty good crowd in there. Inside.
We got a shots fired at 7th and Hazelwood.
Wow.
We got a silver Mercedes taking off about northbound paying from Jessamine.
Northbound Payne from Jessamine.
Okay. Silver Mercedes taking off from him.
Going eastbound Maryland. We're just following east of there. Going towards South 6 off right. Approve. Northbound Walsh from Maryland.
Well, it's a dead end there, man. So stay with him. He's gonna run into Johnson Arena, right into the front door. And then he's got a
Information for squad
361. If you want it for anything?
Nope, just traffic, which is all we lost it. northbound Walsh from Maryland. We just kind of checked the area here. Silver, Mercedes, sedan, no plate.
Well, there's so many stolen cars out there.
Silver, Mercedes, sedan with no plates.
All these kids now, they're involved in these armed robberies. There's
Bravo 142 EOT. 304, once you clear as a report, you can put us on.
we got to do a better job of communicating with Minneapolis too on what cars are taken in robberies. You know, that's right now that's a flaw.
That vehicle that went southbound on Edgerton, just about to reach Maryland.
South
Oh,
on
there we go.
Edgerton
It's coming right
Copy,
now.
southbound Edgerton.
Let's just jump on the freeway.
636 CG squads, you guys acquire that car again. Trooper 8 is up.
Clear.
3611 behind on it, plan 2 parade.
What do you say?
Flat from 373 earlier tonight, too.
You gotta switch that one over?
Yeah. Clear.
30 squad that can search up Margaret and Hazelwood with a copy for shots fired with multiple callers reporting approximately 45 shots heard near the park.
So.
Yeah, that's not too far from
Clear.
Why don't we
from
clear
the
the
Hancock call.
cars from this traffic and take that lead?
Alright, let's go check out. You got any more on the location of the Mercedes?
Last was southbound on Maryland from Edgerton. So maybe
Yeah,
Cayuga?
we'll copy. We're just finishing our check of the area.
Did they say he got past Maryland, or was he? I thought he said he was coming up on Maryland.
I thought he said from Maryland.
315, we'll take shots fired. 315.
Is the Mercedes south of Maryland then?
There's squad that can advise on location. Nobody's got it on it now.
Is it last was south?
What did he say?
Copy. Vehicle location is unknown. 2400, you copy.
Just wondering if he cleared Maryland or not.
315. We're pretty sure the vehicle turned before Maryland.
There you go.
Might pop back out on us.
Yeah. Well, he's got to make his way out of here somewhere, right?
Right.
So he's dipping around. He said it was on Edgerton for sure. So we'll just kind of sit here. All roads lead to Maryland at 35. What color was the Mercedes? You know?
Silver.
Okay. Go up to Arc, right?
Good plan.
Sit there. What do we got here?
They all got plates.
I'm calling with the shots fired shortly as your vehicle description or anything like that at all.
That guy's flying.
You got a silver something with no plate. Oh, that's a Chrysler.
636, that's a negative. None of the callers had a description. I cover that. I'm going to be in the area checking. 2018.
A lot of activity here at the Speedway. I still like sitting here for now until
Me
somebody
too.
rounds
Me
them
too.
up. Maybe go sit over there and a little bit more concealed. Gene Lilidol, if you're awake and listening, we're in your neighborhood now.
Very curious. Hasn't gotten that off yet.
361.
Clear to a 200 east to me.
You couldn't mistake that for this car, though, right?
361, sorry, go again.
I'll tell you. And
Clear to a 300 east K9 to me.
I hate to miss the real
2320.
series.
right, I think we ought to just
him
wait
off.
here. But if he
leaves,
if he
we follow
leaves,
him. We follow him.
yeah.
So we got a car without a plate in the speedway. That doesn't look like a Mercedes, but it's got no plate, and the alarm continues to go off. The owner's or the occupant's having a difficult time getting the alarm off.
Thinking from a distance, it could be confused for Mercedes.
You do? Okay. Well, in that case, is he still by the car? He was standing by the car when we drove
Yeah,
by.
I can't tell.
Yeah, I'd hate to steal a car and have the alarm go off while you're driving it.
That would truly be a rookie move.
But I suppose the alarm could go off if you don't have the fob, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We're better off not letting them know we're on to him. It was a black male with some long dreads, right?
Yep. Blonde dreads. Long blonde dreads.
Yeah.
Lights on?
Huh? My front ones? No, they are now. Yeah. I turned them on. We were going to move over there. Did they say Mercedes?
They did say Mercedes.
I don't know if you can mistake that for Mercedes, but maybe. Well, there he goes. He's back by the car. Or is he getting in a different car? All right, we gotta go over there.
Oh, finally. Figured it out.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Well, we didn't mention anything about a red. What kind of car is that? Like
It's
a Chrysler?
Chrysler 200, I think.
Yeah. That's not it, is it?
No.
Well, Mercedes has that little silver star in the back, right?
Yep. Yeah, and especially since they've chased it twice tonight, they're probably pretty sure it's actually is a Mercedes.
312, 327.
312.
There he is.
Systematic 1301 East 7th Street. It'll be on a 15-year-old female.
No, it's
Suicidal
not. No, it's not.
PD Christian Red 6 star requesting PD for a hold.
Say, man, we're the police. Can you come here for a minute? We're the police. All right, does your alarm not function right, or it's been going off for quite some time?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't push the key. Yeah.
Do you have a license plates for the car?
I just bought the car.
Do you have is there a yellow tag in the back? Can you see it? Okay, good. Very good. Well, we're just checking. We heard you. We want to make sure nobody's stealing your car.
Oh, no, thank you so much for having straight concern.
All right, very good. Have a good night. Thank you.
Good night.
do think that other guy was by her car, though. He was stumbling out there earlier when we came back. He probably caused the alarm to go off. Well, let's go jump into the mix over here, huh?
Sure. Your overhead's on?
Yeah, we're good.
There's something with no plates. Kind of cars that.
That's got one in the back, too. So when they originally lost it, was it coming up Payne or Arcade?
I think it was northbound Payne from Geranium. Then it went...
Must have gone eastbound to Walsh.
To Walsh.
315.
Up Walsh.
Well, he was moving. To end up over on Edgerton here.
Just information, we have a caller from 1140 East 4th Street saying that there's a silver Chevy Impala that pulled into the parking lot. It's not having a license plate, the windows are tinted. Our police is possibly involved in a shots fired in the area. Copy, thank you. 9326.
That might be what was called a white Impala earlier.
Yeah, sometimes putting all the puzzle pieces together is complicated because people call with partial information.
Right.
And you get multiple instances of shots fired occurring at the same time.
Find that plate again on that other one.
That's the black one, though, right? I mean, I don't know. It's just...
The white Chevy Impala from the earlier shots fired was 630 RJW.
Go ahead.
Or RWJ.
Clear advise, we'll take your sister.
So if we see a silver or a white one with that plate.
Copy, 2327.
Here's Walsh. Here's where they went up toward the arena. Call Dave Titus.
Calling Dave Titus work.
There's a Mercedes, I think. Or is it?
Yes, sir.
Well,
No,
we're just
it's not.
checking in. You're on live on right now, so we're just checking in with you to say how your patrol function's going.
Looking for a Mercedes.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
But it's cold enough that I think everybody's inside, or a lot of people are inside.
Yeah. Yeah, that's keeping a lot of people off the streets, but
314, send us that other suspicion.
the bars are pretty busy.
Yeah, it's weird to see people inside.
Yeah.
In the
Copy,
bar.
North 3rd Street. Caller passerby saying there's a group of 5 male parties breaking into a white sedan, no license plate information. They have blocked west of the intersection, 2328.
All right. I missed that address because we're talking to you, but that's I think is that the old call?
I'm not sure. What was that address on the car being broken into, Chloe?
All right. Well, we'll keep in touch. How late are you going to be out here? Late as we are?
Yeah, probably 0200.
All right. Very good.
315.
All right. Thanks a lot. Talk to you. All right. Bye.
We'll see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Copy, 2329.
Another one of our inspectors is out in the field here helping St. Paul. Just wanted to check in with him. Wait a minute.
314, here's the log plate 089 Whiskey Charlie Delta.
I gotta pull over and get caught up on everything going on here, Pat.
Right. That one right there is the one they were just talking about.
Okay. Slide over there, huh?
Sure. We're southbound on Arcade at Phelan Drive. Coming up on Minnehaha.
Come back. We might have to stop here at the M&H.
May have to.
Here's the boys' room. Oh, we got conflict. Somebody else is coming or not? No, how's it look right?
Clear right.
Thank you. Got a ways to go, but we're going to run in on this call on the east side with the parties breaking into a car. Be a shocker if they're still there, but there's been enough shots fired and other stuff over here on the lower east side that looking likely to run into something else. Eastbound on Minnehaha and Earl.
Not sure what a Nissan A2S is, but that's the possible suspect vehicle.
That's what they're using? They're breaking into a different one?
Yep.
315 case number is going to be 222-825.
089 Whiskey Charlie Delta.
Okay.
Received.
What color?
2331.
That's the only thing I'm really good at is colors.
Doesn't say the color.
So we're going Kennard 3rd?
Yep.
Is that where we're headed?
Yep.
What do we got here? We got so much construction in this town. Half the time the streets are blocked off. We did have a full tank of gas to start the night off. That's good news. We've never really hit anything in our 200 hours of video, except for maybe a small little bump in a field. Well, this doesn't look too good. Can we make a left here?
Yeah, sure can.
Alright, check these out. What are we looking for?
089.
Okay. Alright. An exact address or not?
No, just west of the intersection, they said.
What was the Hazelwood call? Was that shots fired at Hazelwood and what was the cross street?
Don't recall. Oh, that car got smashed up.
Alright, so we're getting there. What do we got here? This is, what do we got? Finder?
Germain. So,
Germain.
right at where this car is about the right spot.
Which car?
We got a car accident?
Hi. Somebody breaking into a car? Huh? Which one? Did you guys call the police at all? The police? Oh, good. They beat us here? Very good. And what did you tell them? That car right there? You gave them the plate though, right? Yeah. And what did the suspects look like?
Go ahead.
You didn't see them?
Your location.
Oh, it was so. Oh, did you see did a car leave? You didn't see a car description.
2335.
All right, thanks a lot. Have a good night. Should you do a? Well, that's a little different than the notes in the call, right?
Yeah, sure was.
Maybe somebody else called
316.
and said that. Didn't it say there were 4 Asian males?
Yep.
Okay then.
2335.
I think. Let me just see that other call. All right. Oh, Sheriff Hutchinson is calling. We stand by for Sheriff. Stand by for celebrity appearance from Sheriff Dave Hutchinson.
Hey, Grandpa Bob, what's going on?
Oh, for crying out loud! I'm not that much older than you, just a couple years.
Well, I'm 21 and you're 91.
Yeah. Well, I won't hold your youth and inexperience against you.
Oh well.
So,
it sucks when you're the sheriff of the big county. You're 21.
So what's going on over there, Sheriff? Over in Hennepin?
Well, I'm actually not in Hennepin. I'm up in Breeze Point. I'm officiating a wedding tomorrow for Prairie Sergeant Robbie Johnson.
Oh, that's right.
His lovely fiancée, Katie.
That's right. You have the powers to wed. Yep.
I do on Universal Ministries via online, Bob.
All right. Well, that's good. I like that. You're a multifaceted sheriff.
Well, I learned from the best, Bob.
Yeah.
Fletcher.
So how's the temperature up there in Breezy Point?
It's cold. We're by a fire, having a soda and enjoying the heat of the fire. But tomorrow's a big day, and it's supposed to be snowing up here. And the wedding is outside, so I'm gonna have to wear my long johns, if you will.
Okay.
And then what's going on tomorrow? We're gonna announce the big Ramsey Hennepin Minneapolis initiative, or no?
I was thinking you would keep that secret, but it's up to you. That's how you want to do it.
Really?
I just think if they don't know we're coming, that's all the better.
All I can say is the tomfoolery is going to be ending for a short time at least. So we're going to reinstitute being the real police again, because bad guys need to be held accountable, and good people deserve a nice life of crime-free and not getting ran over.
Yeah, there are some areas that deserve some extra attention in the metro area, and we're going to support you in making sure that happens. So.
Well, the thing is, I had a Hennepin, what's it called? So it's a bunch of retired men and women from law enforcement. I can't think of the name of the organization, but I had a speech last night. I said, this is the best time in law enforcement to be in the metro as far as the collaboration, not only between Ramsey and Hennepin, but Minneapolis, St. Paul, the state, you name it. The Hennepin agencies are coming up with the West Hennepin Initiative, the East Side's come up with the East Side Initiative. So I think in your career, you probably haven't seen this much of collaboration, have you, Bob?
Well, certainly not for many, many years. So I was just saying to Pat how we need to keep having better communication on these carjackings across the river. That's the other thing maybe that can come out of this, is we can have a database, because we have a lot of cars that are probably carjacked from your side that have no plates, that are fleeing from us over here. And
vice versa.
And if we know that they were taken in carjackings, or if we have probable cause to believe they were, we have reason to pursue and make sure we can apprehend the suspects, because it's a robbery versus just a car without plates.
And I'm following your leadership with we have to be careful with car chases, because we don't want to hurt innocent people. But if we have deputies and cops trained in the pit or something similar, we can end these chases before it gets violent. And we need to make sure that we protect the civilians of all our counties and jurisdictions, but also the bad people need to know that if you run from the police, from a violent crime, we're going to chase you and we're going to get you, and you're going to get your butt either in Ramsey County Jail or Hennepin County Jail, because enough's enough. We have to hold people accountable. Your agency and my agency are doing a lot with outreach and making sure we give people a second chance who make mistakes. But if you make mistakes over and over again, you need to be held accountable. We're all about helping people, but if you don't want our help, there's a place for you in one of our jails, and we have to protect our people that pay taxes and want to go to school, work, and live their lives. So, policing now has changed, and part of it is helping people who make mistakes get out of the system. But if you don't want our help and you continue doing illegal activities and being violent, jail and prison's a good spot for you.
Yeah, very well said. Very well said, Sheriff.
I learned from you, Bob. You're the best. I don't care.
No, well, it's kind of you to say that. I've enjoyed our friendship, getting to know each other and working together, and I appreciate the collaboration because it's been a great.
Bob, I tell you what, as much as I give you crap, you're a mentor to me. We're from a different era, but I can learn from you, and hopefully teach you a thing or two. And the goal is to provide a public service to our people. Nice thing about being sheriff is we represent the people. We don't represent political hacks. We represent the good tax-paying people of our prospective counties, and God willing, we're going to do what we can to reduce violent crime.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for your friendship.
Yes, sir.
David.
I love you, buddy.
Have a good time.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you, bud.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was a great call, huh?
Yeah.
From the sheriff of Hennepin County, the largest county and largest sheriff's department in Minnesota. He's also one of the officers on the National Sheriff's Major Sheriffs Association. And as you can tell, we've developed a great relationship and based on good communication, and appreciate his leadership over there in the largest population county in the state.
Absolutely.
It's very kind of him to call in.
I think the voters of Hennepin County made a wise choice.
What else we got going for crime there, Pat?
We got some racers up at University in curfew.
Okay. Supposedly the helicopter was up.
Somebody got their arm broken on Thomas, but that's quite a ways away. Oh, we got the Sunray Bowl over here that's been getting good crowds.
Is the Perkins still here, or that close up?
I'm not sure.
I think it closed up, right? You want to swing by that Sunray Bowl? There was
not
a bad idea. We're over here on Old Hudson Road, just off of Ruth Street.
I was surprised at the big crowd at the bowling alley last weekend.
Yeah. Pretty law-abiding. A little extra alcohol might have been consumed.
Very friendly crowd, though.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be more shots fired as we go on here this evening.
Oh, no doubt.
What Sheriff Hutchinson was saying is that he's sending some people to PIT training, which is pursuit intervention technique, which we have a number of deputies trained at the sheriff's office, and we're sending another 13 to get trained. And our philosophy is that if you can find a location that it's safe to intervene, these techniques are relatively safe. And like here where we're at right here, where it's wide open,
right?
And the pursuit intervention technique is usually done under 50 miles an hour, and really just taking the rear end of the car and driving it till the car spins and loses control. And then usually the car's blocked in. But a lot of good things can come out of having people trained in that, whether it's a serious offense or just a stolen car. The point is that we can bring the chase to a halt relatively quickly. And we'll pull in there in a minute. But it doesn't hurt to have that tool in your tool belt, because you know when you're pursuing someone and you see you're in a wide open area, it's a good opportunity to end the chase right then with minimal hazard when you're out in a wide open area.
316, code 4. 016, W code 4, 2345.
How you doing?
Hello.
Delta Foxtrot Echo 760.
324. You take a night, man. Have a good night.
How are you? Good.
Spot 389, EOT.
You should go bowling sometime, Pat.
389, I
I
copy.
have not been in a
377.
long time.
Well, I haven't either, but I still control.
Any additional for minute EOT?
I can't. There's a nice car, huh?
Oh yeah.
I can't.
Have a good night, 2346.
I can't throw the hook, you know. But I can throw a straight ball.
I can throw that little bit of a hook. I used to be able to.
When I can't throw a hook. When I was in college, I used to go bowling with high school. Used to go bowling with my friends Barry Bennett and Dave Gibson. And Barry Bennett was a football player who played with me at North St. Paul. And I went to Hamlin and he went to Concordia. And he was a wrestler. We were both wrestlers, but he became a national champion wrestler and a professional football player. Played 10 years with the Saints and played 1 year with the Vikings. Just a phenomenal human being. But he was an unbelievable bowler. He was a heavyweight wrestler, and he would literally break pins by bowling. So I adopted I adopted the same strategy. Just throw it as hard and fast as you can. Forget to try to get in the pocket. But I will tell you that I had several 220 games just throwing hard and straight.
Well, that's nothing to complain about.
You know, I cannot throw hard and straight any longer, though. You know, we were in great shape back then. And Barry went on to, like I said, to be a professional athlete, won the national championship in wrestling as well. Sadly, though, last year, he was a victim of, him and his wife were shot and killed.
Oh, no.
And you read about by their son. It was just a terrible, terrible thing. And the sad part is they had adopted him, and there was the kind of family they were. They had their own kids, but they would adopt others to try to help them through life.
Right.
And just telling the story is bringing shivers to me, because just a tragic story of, you know, really good people. And, you know, the son had his demons, but they were helping him. All right, let's go run on a call. Enough of that bad news. We might as well head up Whitebury Avenue and see what's cooking on the east side before we run over there.
Sure.
So this one's on 3. What are you on there?
I'll be on 2.
172, checking your status with that silver vehicle.
Go for it. Squad 271.
You're on 2, but they got the ones on there.
I had it on scan for a second.
202 to copy. 286 Stinson Street for a weapons complaint. Secondhand information. A male's on scene named Darnell. has a gun and was pointing it at an unknown person, waiting for more info.
Well,
Got it. 202, I got it. 2349. 283, show me your route. Copy.
For those asking, the radios were on the whole time. It just we had a lull in activity for a moment. For a few moments,
rest assured, we want to hear the calls as much as you do.
Yeah. We're never going to be turning the radios
Posted
off.
an address of 562 Randolph. Is anybody familiar with that area?
Well, someone's obviously working on the street racers over
Not
there.
far off of Shepherd Road in West 7th.
Hey, Sergeant, that green
H4
place with a hole in the drain, I believe.
Look here up there at Mayor's Park. Had a large parking lot or something down there.
If we don't come across a call, I probably could use...
Restroom stop?
Yes, indeed.
Me as well. M&H?
That'd be great.
660, I can see it. So it's with Erie
Cherry
Street
Pit
and
does
Randolph,
have a great patio.
and has a large parking lot there.
Well, someone's working on the street racers.
Copy.
I'm trying to get one in custody here at 6th and Broadway.
6th and Broadway.
Copy. Dispatch calling 10-522.
Probably the homeless.
Are there any entrances to that parking lot?
Looking at the map, there is. There's one on Erie Street, just from James, and the other one is on Randolph.
316. 316.
Advise, and you can send us to AOA.
If they're coming in down Lexington, they're going to head east on Randolph then.
If we're domestic
So our
assault with
best
a
bet would be to somehow get to Shepherd Road.
firearm underneath his clothing that was not recovered.
Or even West
How do we-
7th. Code 41 custody. Webster. Code 41 in custody. But you got to come in from the north. And stage at 7th and Webster maybe.
Well, we're not sure what department, but we do have obviously a detail working on a different channel.
East on Randolph. They're getting hung up by the lights, so they're pretty scattered out right now.
You got to have a large number of squads to corral them all.
You can get a couple people to come in off Shepherd.
And the officer at 6th and Broadway has the party who was struggling with them under control.
So we're westbound on the Minnehaha, passing Etna. A lot of people are inside because of the cool weather, but a lot of them will be coming out at bar close here in another hour. Crossing Johnson Parkway. Still looking for a silver Mercedes without a plate on it.
Pretty common these days for when a car is stolen just to take the plates off
there, I think it's
altogether.
94 to 35 south.
Got to figure out what department is working this. I know there's a lot of departments working the problem, but it's unusual for St. Paul to be on it.
PNC group, we're leaving. We're making our way down there.
28213, are you shining your flashlight inside? 910, you see a quicker way?
213 affirmative.
Copy.
They're all coming in from West Lexington down Randolph. So in order to get set up, we got to come from the north.
We're going to turn that off for a little bit just in case any of them are monitoring. We don't want them to know any of the tactics that agency's using. So we're going to turn that frequency down. We might turn it up later, but we might even join in. We're going to have to get those fancy earplugs. What do you think? After 40 years, should we get some? Yeah, a lot of the officers now wear earplugs to their pack set.
I'm out on 522.
I like having both my ears open.
Yeah.
422 copy.
We won't be in the M&H long. We got our stash of Twinkies that were delivered to us earlier today in the back seat.
Where's that?
By those kind people. Remember those?
That was very, very kind.
They're at 6th and Broadway.
We're going to use the rest
We're
of
at
them.
6th and Broadway.
Copy that.
6th and Broadway is
420 also.
a homeless camp right there.
2655.
Looks like the off-duty officer is working there. We'll get two of them. See if Mr. Longben is here. I'll give you a head start there, young man.
All right.
In that restroom. I'll be in a minute. I'm not going to tell people to talk about you with your mask on. I promise. That's a one-time joke.
Yours is coming. $193 November uniform kilo.
That one there?
Yeah.
193 November uniform kilo. Just pulling out of the parking lot. That said they had a level of suspicion. Chloe, if you can run that. So we're at Minnehaha Arcade at the M&H gas station. Hey Tony, what's going on?
Come on, man. I was trying to say hi to you.
Well, there was the fire truck wanted to get around the corner to go to back. There was a man in there that was under some serious stress, so we didn't want to get in the way of the fire truck. So we weren't trying to avoid you.
We figured out what was going on and we left.
Yeah, it was just a.
Because we were just driving. We were just driving and we saw him. We were like, oh.
It was a poor guy that had some medical condition.
You still alive?
He was live.
No,
Yeah.
you live.
Oh yeah, we're live. You're on there right now. Yeah.
How many people got watching?
I don't know. I don't keep track of that stuff, but.
Oh, come on, Fletch. You don't watch the
I'm not sure if you were able to make contact, but I got
It says 1,400 on Facebook. I don't know how many on YouTube.
We've made contact.
Now too?
We just started today.
Really?
We just started today.
Trying to build up the YouTube channel, huh?
Everybody said a lot of people say that it's easier to watch on their TV, and sometimes, I don't know, I don't really understand it all, but.
How long you been live tonight already?
Since 9 o'clock, but we use that program called Restream. Do you use that over?
I know what that is, so you can stream the multiple things at once.
So that's what we're trying, and I don't know, we're not like you or Andy Mercado, we're just trying to.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm anything special.
510, this is GOA with 226, and could you please put us out at
cover more area.
Clayton and Bigelow?
Yeah, it's a little quieter tonight.
And
you know.
226 is
Well,
okay.
did you hear about that car wreck that caught on fire?
Where was that at?
It was over on Jessamine and Edgerton.
Okay, what time was that at?
Probably 8.
Yeah, we didn't start till 9:11, so
No, maybe it was 9, actually. Yeah, no, some lady, I think her tire popped, and she crashed into a parked car. And only like 10 minutes later did it catch on fire.
Really?
Yeah, I got it all. I sent it into all the news stations, so hopefully...
You don't always do live. Sometimes you do, but you
No, I don't. See, the only time I do live is usually when it's important, like... you know, you never know what might happen.
Right.
But
otherwise, hard to keep people watching. I mean, even with us, you never know what's going to happen. But
yeah, I mean, you might just be driving around for the next hour.
Right.
But see, once that one thing does come on, everybody's like, "Oh my God, let's go!" So it's exciting.
Sometimes they tell us that it's easy to go to sleep when they're listening to us.
that's funny.
Oh, man. I'm gonna go.
How late you guys going out tonight?
2:30. 2:30.
Pat, how you doing?
That's good. Tony. Say it, Tony.
How you doing, Pat?
Good, Tony.
That's great. Well, we're definitely be seeing more of you guys.
All right, we'll run into you. I'm gonna go use the restroom and get myself a treat.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying hi.
You're gonna get yourself.
I got plenty of Twinkies. Somebody gave us a bunch of Twinkies today. Thank you. Thank you.
226, can you organize suspect Echo Bravo November 909?
Hey, I don't know. For those of you that weren't listening earlier today when Pat went into a call, I had people comment on the thing about his handsomeness with a mask on. So it really wouldn't be an appropriate joke for you to do that while I'm in there, because you got to come up with something new.
Oh,
it won't be.
You're not going to know when it's coming.
Okay. All right.
This would be too obvious.
Okay. Well, like we said on our last Friday, practical jokes are good.
We just got.
What do we get? Yeah, you want to just call him? He's talking about the car. He's talking about the car that just left here, probably. One that you gave him.
Oh.
Hello. Which car are you talking about? Yeah, that one. That's just the one that he gave the plate on? Yeah, that's okay. All right. Yeah, they were just a little... I don't know. Did you smell some marijuana coming out of that car too, or not? Not sure. No.
Not sure.
They just
kind of did a double take.
Worth taking another look at. So that's all he was doing. He didn't have anything significant. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. I'll be inside.
I'll be right here.
Yeah. Then don't pull the car. Don't disappear the car on me either.
Well, depending on the bar, we're within 1 hour and 2 hours of bar close time, at which time things should definitely pick up. This M&H here is one of the few convenience stores around that's still open 24 hours in the days of COVID.
Any changes to a suspicious, please? And then it can be cleared out with Central and advised. 2 minutes.
We really have a unique situation of not having a responsibility of responding to calls like the street squads do. And we can pick and choose what calls we go to. We're able to interact with people a lot more. And that's something that's really lacking with the shortage of staffing on all police departments pretty much these days, is the downtime to be able to just talk to people, build relationships. And we get to do a lot of that, which is so beneficial. Somebody was asking what M&H stands for, and I don't remember. If anyone out there knows what the M&H stands for, please chime in and let us know. I just don't remember. Well, it's down to 36 degrees outside, which isn't extremely cold, but it's we had temperatures more than twice this warm just a few days ago. Thank you, folks. Miller and Holmes is the M&H. Check on some pending calls here. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot right now.
On Mount. 6 minutes.
At the current moment, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on. So I don't know if any of you were with us earlier today, but we were out from 12:11 till about 2:30, 3 o'clock earlier, doing a little day shift, trying to get this YouTube and Facebook synced together for streaming. When this live feed is over, you'll be able to go back to the beginning of the comments and see the link to the YouTube channel called Live on Patrol. So just subscribe to it, and you can also watch it on YouTube. Some people have mentioned that the picture quality seems to be a little bit better on YouTube. And if you have a smart TV, you're also able to watch the YouTube feed right on your screen. And here he comes.
8 minutes.
Sorry it took me so long.
Not a problem.
Tough call.
What's that?
What'd you lose?
Oh, I just want to grab something out of my bag.
Anything going on?
No, absolutely nothing right now.
Couple of St. Paul officers in there. Had a chance to visit a little bit. Sorry they took so long, but One of them is the nephew of Bob Pavlak, who worked here for many years at the sheriff's office.
Who's that?
Luke Garvey.
Oh, okay.
And Bob was an awesome apprehension deputy, and a legacy of law enforcement out of the Pavlak family.
Most definitely.
I got to tell you, his father, Bob Pavlak Sr., was the commander in charge of the A1 district when I started. I don't think was he there when you were there or not?
He was there for I think another year or two after I came on.
And he was one of the nicest gentlemen I ever had the privilege of working for. Pavlak Sr., just a kind person. He also served in the legislature for many years and did a wonderful job there.
271, I copied the disorderly at 350 St. Peter in 10 minutes.
And it went on to be a U.S. Marshal.
Yes, he did.
And I had the honor of being one of his pallbearers in his funeral. Very honored by that. And but I want to tell you that that was one of my first awakenings to how screwed up politics is. So this will tell you where we're at as a country. I knew this this is now in the 80s. So people would make political complaints against candidates. Well, back then the House of Representatives had a very, very narrow margin of 67 to 67, 66, 65. It was always very close between Democrats and Republicans.
Right.
And so a complaint was made against Mr. Pavlak, and it was just a typical political complaint. But because the balance of the Minnesota House rests in the difference, they held their own little trial through the House of Representatives.
Okay.
Now this man unequivocally was one of the nicest people you'd run across, and the level of the complaint was, you could research it. It didn't justify any of the complaint, but so they had a vote whether to. This is how the House rules work, really. You can actually kick out your own member.
Okay.
Obviously, he couldn't vote for himself. And by one vote, every single elected member of the House of Representatives voted with their party. I'm going to leave the parties out of it, but the point is, nobody, not one person out of 133 could see their way to say, hey, I don't see it that way. You mean to tell me that you had an objective evaluation of the facts and everybody's voting exactly along party lines?
That's a sad commentary.
And that was all because the balance of the... That was the first light that went on for me that we had partisan politics developing in the 80s.
Right.
And obviously today, 35 years later, it's far worse than that. So, and I never could believe that they would do that to that kind man. So, anyhow, great cop, great U.S. He went on to be a U.S. Marshal, great guy, but also his father, I think, was killed. Wasn't he in a South St. Paul in an armed robbery in the South St. Paul Bank?
Bank robbery, yep.
Bank robbery. His grandfather. So Bob Pavlak was the third in the line of the family of great law enforcement officers. He just married. Of According to Luke, he just married off his daughter. Congratulations there.
Oh, very nice. Then, of course, Dave Pavlak, longtime St. Paul officer.
Sure, on for traffic.
Great cop, K9. And his lovely wife,
Bravo.
Kathy Pavlak.
She was Minnesota female police officer of the year one year, but even beyond that, she was one of the finest cops we ever worked with.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
A true cop's cop.
Cop's cop. And it was really, really good. So we're back westbound on Maryland at Arkwright.
Squad 656.
656.
If there's anyone else free, there's like 300 cars here I'm trying to clear out. We're basically at Webster and James Avenue.
Webster and what was the other one?
James.
Copy, is there a spot again?
Yeah, we can run down there and get an eyeball on 300 street racers.
271, we're just pulling up on our call. We'll wrap this up and head that way.
Copy, thank you.
I'm going to put this one on 2 then.
Okay.
Copy.
I'll go to 1 on mine.
Am I getting off on 7th Street?
Sure, 7th or St. Clair? Let me punch that in.
St. Clair, Victoria, probably, right?
Yeah.
Leave that up. I can inhale your smoke.
That was Webster and
James. I was thinking Victoria and then down to James and Juneau, but Webster's near that school district building, right?
I think so, yeah.
That's a lot of cars.
Heading on 7 towards downtown St. Paul.
Headed towards downtown.
Well, we'll just get off here then, huh?
Sure.
Because I think Webster is right by St. Clair there.
Copy.
213.
213.
Yep, Webster's like smack dab between Jefferson and St. Clair.
Probably should have gone to Marion and then down Kellogg Hill just to get there a little quicker, but
Oh, I think you'll get us there.
it would be nice to be there when they come by Reed's, huh?
Yeah.
300 street racers. But they're going to go down to Shepherd Road. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was going to say. They're
I'm currently code 4, but
going down to Shepherd
if
Road.
the marked cars could just give me a little hand down here, just making sure they don't recongregate.
Clear.
Copy, I showed 214 and 278 around.
7-1, you can clear this in 5.
They don't usually come into downtown. They usually just hit Shepherd, so we'll see if we can.
283, show you're out.
And 656, a good majority of them did head towards 7th and Shepherd.
Yep.
We're just gonna figure out where
Clear.
they're gonna group up next.
Copy. Group is in the area of 7th and Shepherd.
Too much sugar in that Twinkie. I mean, it was awesome, but I need a cheese dog. By the way,
I think we missed our cheese dog window.
Pat bought some cheese dogs. Well, he thought they were cheese dogs. They weren't really cheese dogs, but he bought us some hot dogs at lunch today. And truthfully, it was beef jerky disguised as a hot dog. little bit on the dry side, but tell the story about when you were getting it. I didn't realize, you didn't tell me this story till after I ate it.
I think here they are. Yeah, as I was checking out, the manager said to the clerk, I think it's time to pull these hot dogs off.
Yeah, info for squads. Looks like there's a very large amount of vehicles on Shepherd heading eastbound. They're passing Washington right now. I'm guessing that's the group.
They're coming right at us.
Yeah, large group of vehicles
Yeah,
on
that's
Shepherd.
just the other side of Chestnut where the apartments are.
It was just broadcast on Channel 2, large group on Shepherd.
Well, I don't know what we're going to... Oh, there they come.
There they go.
Copy.
Some are going up to... Oh, they're going up the hill. Yeah, they are definitely going up the hill. What do you think?
Yep.
Well, should we sit here a minute or what? You think they went up? Should we go check them?
Well, looks like we got a lot more coming.
Get your phone radio off.
Yep.
Some did go up Old Chestnut to 7th. Some of the others are continuing eastbound on Shepherd.
They're turning too.
21 minutes.
Well, there you have it. Get a look at these cars.
Certainly minding their P's and Q's as we're sitting here. And a Domino's car in the middle of the racers.
Don't you hate to be at the end? It's like when you're running from a cheetah. You don't have to be faster than the cheetah. You just have to be faster than everybody else.
271 word 656. At 20 minutes.
What's your guess? Over to Wabasha and down to the island, or up to the freeway?
I don't know, but the thing I do know, until we get enough cars out here that are able to actually corral all these guys, it's just, you need troopers, you need helicopters.
First area at 94 eastbound if owned by the state. 20 minutes.
Right now it's just a gathering. I thought that same Mustang we were chasing the other night, isn't it? But we didn't stop the Mustang, we stopped the...
Not sure. Nice car.
Drive carefully. Well, our goal really is just to make sure nobody else, no innocent people get hurt by these people.
Yep, they're headed up to the freeway.
George. Most of the downtown ones are on Kellogg, heading towards 94, it looks like. Copy. Most of the vehicles are on Kellogg, heading towards 94.
You gotta catch them when they're racing.
271. 271. Somebody hasn't said it already. We're code 4 down here with 656. Everybody left here. I'll take it. Just keep an eye out for the group. Copy. Code 4 on change.
I gotta get something real to eat.
Yeah.
okay with that?
Oh, yeah.
Ham and cheese?
Sure.
Alright, let's get our radios back on. What do we got?
I'm on 1.
Alright, I'll go to 3.
Some of the vehicles went eastbound 94 and some went westbound 94, FYI. Copy, vehicles went eastbound and westbound on 94.
As you can tell, even though they're looking for opportunities to race, they're actually not racing now. They're just following each other.
Bravo 611, they all went to the old Kmart.
Copy, several vehicles in the area. Okay. Fletcher 2. 5-2. Can you change this to 287 East 6th Street? Copy. I'm gonna head up to the old Kmart. Copy. 656 Alpha. Same time. There's a bunch of vehicles heading northbound up Lorian, going west, east on Highway 213.
1353 to 1478 Magnolia Avenue on Advance.
Copy, crew. Northbound Lorient and eastbound Arlington.
They're going all different directions.
225.
Yeah, there's almost... Unless you're going to have enough bodies to force any particular aggression.
321, copy.
Transgression.
316, you can cancel the squads.
Another half hour, we'll start having some bar close.
321, copy, thank you.
Yeah, well, we're in the holiday. Let's restart the stream.
That's a good idea.
Maybe I'll do that while you grab us a ham and cheese. That way I know you can't set me up while I'm in there. What else is going on in the field of law enforcement lately?
Well, Minneapolis is staying very busy.
Did you have squads with some racers near Kmart?
Confirm, they're coming into the area now.
226 on my Kmart. All the vehicles are going northbound Lorient towards Arlington. Copy. About how many do you have there? There's at least 50. Copy.
162.
Squad 162.
GOA was 115.
20 minutes.
Hi. Is that a song or is it somebody yelling?
Almost sounds like they're yelling Bob.
I don't think so. Oh, he's punching something. He's got some mental illness. I think we're better off. See him?
Yeah.
Better off at not having them know that we're even here.
Right.
That person had a smile on their face there?
Yeah.
Maybe they're looking for us. How's it going? Good.
How you guys doing?
We're cops.
Oh, how you doing?
Good.
I'm just helping this lady, man.
No problem.
I promise I'm just helping this lady.
You do your best. Thank you. Yeah, I suppose he might have been looking to sell something.
Might have been. Six Whiskey Echo Romeo 076. 6 Whiskey Echo Romeo 076.
I don't know if you're going to be safe in there, Pat.
Is this the guy?
Which guy?
That's not the guy who was punching us.
No, he went around the corner.
Okay, as long as he's around the corner, I'll
Oh, there he is. He's coming back now.
Okay.
The puncher, you just wait.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't want him to choose me to punch.
Oh. Well, there's a lot of mental illness out there, and of course that's our goal, to try to get people into help, but there's not as many services as the old days as there used to be.
Right.
Just hide your badge.
Yeah.
You don't mind grabbing me a 40-second ham and cheese deal?
No, of course not.
Good through the night. We'll keep an eye on you. I'll turn the lights on if I need you.
All right.
Got a large group going southbound on Jackson from Maryland.
Wait, what state was that plate?
Large group southbound Jackson.
Yeah, thank you.
Look at this fucking old man.
What's going on? Rick Hennigan. How the heck are you?
All right.
Haven't seen you for ages.
That's good.
Yeah.
Last time I see you let that asshole arrest me for no reason, I was still mad at you.
What is that, like 10, 15 years ago or what? Huh?
I was doing nothing.
I wasn't even there though.
I told you, I never liked you. You liked me before that guy put me in jail for the weekend. I was just here looking for somebody. I know nothing about nobody in protective custody, jerk. You had to come out of retirement, huh?
I did. How's Ashley doing? She's got a couple kids now?
She got 4 kids.
Good for her.
She lives up in St. Francis, so does Nicole.
She does.
Yeah, I got her doing a job at this club of work, so we left her for some girl there, but she met a better guy anyway.
She did. Okay.
Named Nick.
Yeah, she had some guy. She was married to some guy that was. Yeah, he wasn't too nice to her though, right?
Yeah, I had to beat him up that one time, remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was threatening Nicole and talking all this shit.
Yeah.
His cousin, I went over there and the Maplewood cops started giving me a hard time, but I tried to get Maplewood police come. I stopped at the gas station because I just got done at the Myth.
Yeah.
And kept her on the phone with me, and I didn't try to beat him up. They attacked me.
Yeah.
So
What is the story with the Myth? Are they making a comeback later or not?
I don't know. Actually, by Mark.
I don't know. He doesn't know because he doesn't talk to those guys anymore.
Go ahead.
You don't know.
We'll
Whoa.
take your domestic.
You gotta have background checks. Nobody's doing security.
1623
Yeah.
North Street.
Well, I know they got in a deal with Maplewood where
advising that
they weren't doing it, but
Yeah, they don't do the sheriff anymore, do they?
no. No.
I ain't seen Mark forever. Troy seen him a couple weeks ago. He's telling me.
Troy's doing good, yeah. Troy, I see Troy doing good. What have you been up to though?
I just left Troy's house here playing Texas Hold'em with a bunch of old tough rice leaders.
Oh.
Go home.
Oh.
Jay Smith, Tony.
Sweat 278, that large group that was going southbound Jackson is eastbound Cayuga, now heading 35E.
Hang on a second. By the way, just so in case you get into any more detail, I'm streaming live right now. Yeah, so in case we start talking about Tommy Veneman. Don't you?
I seen Scotty a couple times because he was acting all goofy. He said he's working for the police.
For working for who?
He said he worked for the cops.
No. I don't know if I believe that ever.
Squad 115.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Clear to the front on construction site at 455 Snelling, unsuspicious.
Yeah, we had some good times back in those hockey days, huh?
The fence went inside the building.
That was fun. Kelsey's got 3 kids too.
Male, subject is a black male, about 50 years old, wearing a black jacket and blue jeans.
Sorry, I got radios going. 11?
Copy.
I only got 3.
Thank you, 34 minutes.
Courtney's got 4, Pat's got 2. Courtney Shanks and Nicole has just the one with Oscar. She's still with Oscar, the boxer.
Okay.
Can you 10-9 her location
They
again?
built a house up in St. Francis. They live real close to Ashley. That's where I graduated high school.
Maryland is 35.
Right. Yeah.
They're all doing good.
Copy.
Really glad I ran into you. Small world, huh?
We've just known her since she was 4.
Bravo 654 EOT.
Feel sad for her. She used to be. She's obviously.
Have a good day.
I know her since she was 4 years old.
Yeah.
Mine lived right on Albemarle Street.
Yeah. It's too bad.
How's Mark doing?
Yeah, he's doing good. I don't see him much, but he's working out at. He's got a couple of security jobs, but.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need the money.
I don't know.
He had that patent for that.
Uh-oh. Where's that guy? Oh, yeah. That guy don't look too happy over there, Rick. He's punching stuff. All right, Rick, we got to run. We got some street racers we're tracking down. Great to see you. Thanks a lot.
Have a good one.
Well, just when you came out, he started punching again.
Maybe it's me.
Oh. I don't know. We got to do more for the mentally ill. The problem is there's no place to take them.
Right.
We used to have more places. That was an old friend of mine that our daughters used to play hockey together on the east side.
24
Johnson area hockey program.
Right. 112 York.
Good.
Red Beamer, no place. 112 York.
Did you? No, wasn't sure you're doing. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm. 112 York, stopping a Beamer with no plates.
Well, there we have it. Gotta love that. Take Atwater over there, you think? Is it?
Yeah.
We're talking East York, just up at Jackson there, probably.
I think
huh?
so, yeah.
All right.
A lot of cars with no plates are taken off from the squads when they stop them.
We copy the update.
Copy, it's 38 minutes.
We'll go around this way, huh? I think Sycamore is on the way and get
yeah.
through all the way.
I think you're right.
Three on 6.
316.
Also, the male house is also calling in, saying that the female assaulted him and has locked them out, our comp out of the house.
Sounds like the car must have stopped for him, though.
Sounds like it.
Copy, we're a couple blocks out.
Copy. 39 minutes.
Clear.
That's a hot one.
112 Tango.
Oh, yeah.
112, case number is 222-835. Again, 222-835.
Copy, thank you.
You're welcome, 39 minutes.
Clear.
Oh, I forgot to restart it. We'll do that now so we can get there.
Oh, yeah.
There's a squad to back him up. At a minimum, we can block the street off here, so
315, copy, okay.
nobody comes behind.
Good idea.
Dropping out for your minutes.
Thank you, Pat,
My pleasure.
for your kindness. So, they have a silver Mercedes without a plate stop, which could be from the earlier pursuit.
Oh, no, this is a...
Which one is this one?
This is just a red Beamer, just that had
red.
no
That was a
plates.
Beamer? Okay, I thought it was the same car.
Three two nine 321.
Three two nine. 321.
415 Los Angeles Avenue, caller advising a male party that's been in front of the address for the past hour attempted to open the screen doors, stating that he and our caller were twins, yelling and asking questions about children. We have no description of the party, and our caller no longer has a visual. Thank you for flight call 651 Portland Avenue, unit 3 at 42 minutes.
321, I copy.
42 minutes.
Well, let's run over to that DeSoto call. Looks like they got this one in hand, huh?
Sure.
As you can tell, when it's not warm out, 38,
124.
it's a little different.
Enjoy aside. With a squad back for a CDP Van Buren and Dale. Caller's boyfriend just broke the window to Comp's vehicle. His name is Brandon. White male wearing a red hoodie, gray sweats. Just went inside Caller's house. Comp is now screaming at the subject.
Oh. We'll go to that one, huh?
I missed it altogether.
Domestic over on Dale Van Buren.
Okay.
Thank you with the squad back.
Sounds like you broke the window. Go over to that one. Pretty sure at Dale Van Buren. I don't think we have the address, but Chloe will send that to us.
Go ahead. Could you assist 124 for a CDP Van Buren and Dale?
It's coded as a CDP. However,
119 copy, 175 you're clear.
in reality, it sounds like he's in the house now.
43 minutes.
CDP being criminal damage to property, but sounds like a little more than that to me.
Yeah, it does.
So,
214. 214. Clearance 0 278 2400.
525. 525. Downtown via COT. Have a good night. Copy you as well.
And 124, be advised, Tom's address is 591 Van Buren.
Well done.
Well, it's good to test those brakes.
24 minutes.
That exit should be more of a well marked, don't you think, from a distance?
You'd think so.
Every once in a while, you got to check the brakes there.
This will be SNR.
Please try
We can start for the DLC.
Chloe, we're looking for criminal damage to property at Dale and Van Buren, which sounds like a domestic, and sounds like you broke into the house. So really what we'd like is the actual address.
You can interrupt this help message and give a command.
Sending a message right now.
We'll go over Minnehaha and then
214 and 278, copy your note to the disturbance at 1542 Marion, 45 minutes.
it's always nice to be there when a man is beating up and abusing a woman and she's defenseless, and there's never any excuse whatsoever for a male party to do that. So how's it look right?
Clear.
We are going to go in and make sure he is not abusing her. Having said that, it wouldn't be the first time we got in there, and it was all about some
124 the Alpha Block.
At this point, I guess it broke the window to her vehicle.
Oh, took her vehicle or to her vehicle?
Broke to her vehicle.
Okay. Yeah, but then it said he came in the house. I don't know if it says that. So Dale is 620. We're at Van Buren. Van Buren's 1 block south of Minnehaha. We're of course on the one way, but it's 591, which will be on the north side of the street, about a quarter of the way down. You get your lights there, Pat? Oh, Scott's here too.
White CRV as she's waiting in.
What's
603.
It's back here.
Yep.
He's coming to get her.
Squad 172.
You got the house.
That's
Checking your still code for your current.
this one right here.
Yeah, put the light on there for the
Team right.
White CRV.
Copy.
Is it 591 or 597?
591. Oh, just went in. Yeah, it says went inside the house.
Yeah, that was earlier. So. Well, let's see what's going on. We'll be back.
124.
124.
Can we confirm the comps location or the address? There's no screaming outside this address.
Copy.
One, two, three.
Is that squad 123 calling?
Affirm, squad 123, route to LSC with 1 male.
Copy, route to LEC with the mail at 48 minutes.
119, I'm going to be out with those parties at Dale and Thomas.
Copy, out with the parties, Dale and Thomas. Squad 124, did you copy?
124, I copy.
49 minutes. 111.
He's the council citizen.
Copy.
Hey, Dave.
So all the people involved in this apparently relocated down the street to Dale and Thomas, and one of the squads is out with them now.
124, can you add Echo Papa X-ray 679?
Sounds like they got enough help, but certainly join in. We need to get out and walk around more.
What's that?
I said we need to get out and walk around more.
Yeah, we do.
Did you notice how you get out of the car and you've been sitting for a while? 37 degrees.
Split 213.
213.
240 Kellogg Boulevard for a juvenile complaint. Security is out with a 15-year-old who said he ran away from home. Security is just requesting an officer advise what options he may have.
Copy.
There's the CRV.
Oh, it's good. Dave got out. It's good.
Maybe we ought to take the opportunity to reset the video, wouldn't we?
Oh yeah, good idea. That's what we're gonna pull around. We'll pull in here and get a little view of the activity here. All right. While we reset the video. All right. So we got the females talking to one officer. The other male is up. We got the car involved here. Is that Ganzel there? Maybe that is. All right, we are going to reset, and thank you for being with us. I know it wasn't real busy, but appreciate your interest. When we leave here, we're going down to bar closing on West 7th Street, which is always pretty interesting, right?
Definitely.
Definitely, and we'll check the Alleries as well as all the other ones. Actually, there's only 2 officers here. One of our inspectors is here as the third car, but you can
111, your comp is in row.
You can tell he's a little animated, huh?
52 minutes.
Who's screaming though?
Female.
Is that the woman screaming?
Yeah.
Oh, she's crying, I guess, huh?
Yes, she's definitely upset.
She's upset. Something going on, I don't know. No, this is classic domestic. You try to separate them, but they're screaming to each other across the street, right?
Right.
And usually it's the male party hoping that she won't press charges, right? Trying to talk his way back into her heart.
Very
right?
true.
That's usually what's going on. It's got to be Ganzel, huh?
I think so.
That's the pose of experience. You know? Great cop.
Yeah, he is.
Usually he's got a partner. That's him. All right, so we're going to reset here in a minute. And, we are.
Yes, sir.
Don't get too close to them, okay? Just stay back, otherwise you'll get nervous about your presence. Yeah, that's the woman across the street, but the officer there. Just don't get too close to the officer.
Yeah, Mark.
I'm sorry, the last one was GOS Medics. We're on Van Dyke, south of McKnight. I'm sorry, Van Dyke, south of Maryland. Charlie Echo Uniform 774.
Yeah.
Van Dyke, south of Maryland.
Yeah, do us a favor. Do us a favor. Don't add to the problem, okay? Just don't add to the problem.
Call her back in.
Thanks.
See if they want to talk to us.
Copy, Jimmy.
If he was black, y'all probably beating his ass right now. Y'all buddies? That cause he's white.
382.
Hey, we could be buddies.
If that fence breaks, we're gonna have to arrest him.
If there's someone available, could you see if they could grab the jumper pack at team and then meet me at Regions?
Yeah, I'm looking out for, hey, white line.
360 can help you looking around.
Copy.
Hey, you guys want some Twinkies? What? Twinkies. I got a couple boxes of Twinkies. What do you like? Hey. How about ding dongs? No, I got people. Ho-hos. You want ho-hos here? Got no wire. It's not Halloween.
Man, you gave away all the ding dongs?
No, there's more ding dongs in there. Right there. Oh, see, she's yelling that she loves them. All right, well, let's do this. Let's we're gonna go offline. We'll reset this in a minute. Hopefully, these things will be saved. We love you guys. Thank you for being with us. Don't go to sleep now. Bar closes just ahead.
We got some interesting time coming up here, so we're gonna cut it off right now.
And we'll restart. When we do start it, be sure to share it again if you don't mind. Thanks.
All right.